Game Show.
What's going on, and welcome to what we hope is your favorite sports talk program, brought to you by a number of our favorite local businesses we will remind you of throughout this wonderful 3-hour tour of our program today. I'm Johnny. This is the Johnny Ball Game Show. Producing is my boy Dodsy, as always. Dodsy, let's get this done today. Excited for another episode of the program and your production skills being on full display. Lots of fun. I'm not going to lie, we got another good show for you today. We'll talk, obviously, what's flying around the sports megaplex today. The New England Patriots and some NFL news about possible rule violations and where do we go with this story again with the Patriots. We'll talk about that local. We got the Milenberg, the big wrestling tournament coming up this weekend, and just the state of wrestling, both prep and collegiately, where that is. We want to talk about that. We will have, quick tease, Dodsy, tomorrow, LeGrand wrestling coach Claude Carson going to be in studio, so we're excited about that one. As far as today goes, we're going to talk with some of our friends next door at our marketplace, that marketplace, Fresh Foods, of course, and the spiciest interview I think we're ever going to have on this show. Stay tuned. It's going to be a ton of fun on that one. But everything else flying around, we want you to be a part of this thing. As always, send emails to johnnyballgameshow@gmail.com and our Northwest Furniture and Mattress text line 541-962-7700. Text early, text often, and we're on so many platforms now, Dodsy. We got the YouTube, we got Facebook. We'll be on the website shortly. We have Eastern Oregon Alive, that platform with all that Brent Clapp does for us. And so if you want to comment anywhere that you can, we'll try to incorporate that into the program today. All in all, before we get this thing going, Dodsy, with our Fat Guy's top story on this wonderful Tuesday, Dodsy, I wanted to talk to you real quick. Yesterday, show number 1, kind of working out some of the kinks a little bit, making sure we're getting everything, every I dotted, T's crossed. But all in all, over 1,000 views total under all our platforms. I'd say, what the hell, man, that's a pretty good day one.
Oh, yeah, I'd have to agree with you on that. Definitely.
Yeah.
We're on our way.
That's what we wanted.
We're on our way.
I appreciate all the support, good and bad.
Yeah.
If you're going to rip us, okay, yeah, rip us on our channel. At least
Go
you're
for
contributing and keep watching. And heck yeah, man, that's how we do it in this biz.
Absolutely.
And we're happy to do it. So let's get things going, Dodsy, on this wonderful Tuesday on the Ball Game Show. Your top story today brought to you by Fat Guys Fresh Deli in Meridian, Idaho. Again? Are we doing this again? Are we going down this road again? Is it the same team? Is it a coincidence? Are the same folks who defended the last couple of times going to still be in defense mode? Are the same folks that prosecuted a little too much last time still in prosecution mode? The story coming out of Cincinnati is this, and I'm sure you've heard on a lot of levels. I'm not breaking this story by any respect. That was Adam Schefter last night on a big Shefty bomb. But just follow me, if you will. Allegedly, apparently, the New England Patriots were doing a documentary, okay, a film study, if you will, on one of their employees, their head scout. And what they were doing for their website, they had a film crew that was following their head scout, just a day in the life of Sunday with the head scout. I mean, we've seen that all the time, I guess. And it's just odd, real quick off the top. The Patriots seem to be the franchise that keeps things closer to the vest than anyone. The fact that they're going to do a documentary session following their chief scout in their scouting operations, procedures, and everything that comes in between, all right, I guess I'll still buy this. Okay, I'm following. Now, that all said, during this, hard-pressing big news documentary that the Patriots are filming for their website, they were caught in the press box area of Paul Brown Stadium. Now, yeah, the Patriots didn't play the Bengals last week. I get it. Well, the Patriots play the Bengals this coming week. Throw records out in the NFL. Everybody gets paid. Everybody's working hard. Don't make a mockery. Oh, the Bengals, why would you need to scout them? Ooh. Look, that's why teams are good in this league and teams are bad in this league in some respects. But everybody, you can say everybody puts everything into this. Everybody gets paid in this league. Everybody is under high scrutiny in this league, even Bengals to Patriots. Dudes get fired left and right in this league. It is cutthroat. 7, 8, sometimes 9 head coaching gigs open every year in this league. It's big time. Whether you're 10-3 or 1-13. That said, a member of the Bengals staff saw a member of the Patriot documentary film crew filming the Bengal coaches on the sideline, and this report from Adam Schefter on ESPN confirms that for the entire first quarter, a New England videographer was filming the Bengals sideline for the entire first quarter. I don't know what type of documentary this was going to be. I thought I read it correctly when they said, yeah, they're filming a doc on their chief scout. Idiots, geeks like me, I would love to watch that. I have scouts, ex-scouts come on this show. I love knowing the geeky ins and outs of being an NFL scout. And being a chief scout, that's awesome too. I know NBA and NFL scouts that sometimes I'll text in my phone and I'll ask questions and they rarely text back, but sometimes they do. I'm interested in that stuff. I get it. But what are you going to need in a doc following your chief scout that includes a camera set on the Bengals sideline for an entire quarter? Now, maybe it was a bumble turd. Maybe the guy was an intern. The guy's not good at his job. Whatever the case, he just left the camera there on accident. I mean, I'm not throwing that out here. Maybe he did. Maybe these yahoos didn't exactly know what they were doing. There was cameras all over the place. I guess. Maybe. Now, there's certain things in life. And there's a term that we've all heard, and there's a term that we've all used. Sometimes we've wanted it to help us. Sometimes we've wanted it to hurt others, type of thing. What I'm talking about is the term, the phrase, benefit of the doubt. Like, for example, Dodsey. I love my producer. He's a great guy. If I come home and I see that, a beer glass had fallen or a glass had fallen off the counter and there was glass all over the floor, and I came home and I thought Dodsey did it because Dodsey was the only guy there. Who else would have done this? And Dodsey looks at me and says, no, it wasn't me. I promise you. Well, I'm going to give him the benefit of my doubt because I trust him. And I know him, and if he's going to say this, like, hey, dude, it wasn't me, shut up, and he'd probably be yelling and screaming 4-letter words at me, I didn't do it and all this stuff, I'd say, okay. And I'm going to say, okay, basically because I give him the benefit of my doubt. Okay. Why is anyone other outside of the one fan base and Patriot fans, and I know you and I love you and you guys have a great deal and dynasty, it's the greatest we've ever seen and all that stuff. I'm not disputing that, sure, whatevs. But why? Why, Patriot fan, why should anyone give you the benefit of the doubt here? Bill Belichick says time in, time out today. Hey, I had no idea what was going on. I don't pay attention to our website videographers. They don't get any film for us. We don't ask them to do anything for us. Stop talking to me about this. I don't want to go down that road. It's, as Bill Belichick will say, on to Cincinnati. But it's just, you can connect. Remember, connect the dots? I mean, it was a game that even imbeciles like myself could play and excel at. I just got to connect the dots, right? That's it, huh? This seems like these dots are huge. Seems like they're very connectable, if that's a word. This doesn't seem like this is all that, hey, Perry Mason, get on over here. Let's crack this code. I don't think we need to do that. It seems like it's there. And look, deny. Bart Simpson style. You can't prove it. You didn't see me do it. I wasn't there. Deny. That's all you do. And that's probably what I expect from Bill Belichick in that side to do. Look, we've seen this before and we'll get there. Now, the Patriots are not denying this. Matter of fact, they released a statement saying how sorry they were. like the whole thing we talk about this. It's way better in life. It's way better to beg for forgiveness than ask for permission, isn't it? Oh, dope-de-dope-de-do. Sorry. Oh, I didn't know it was supposed to go there. Oh, I mean, it's just way better to do that. But the Patriots get out in front of this. Hey, we realize we're not supposed to do this. We were taping the Bengals sideline. You're right. It was a yahoo. She didn't know what they were up to. We're doing a documentary for our website, following our chief scout to get the day in, day out trials and tribulations of what it's like to be a chief scout in the NFL for the New England Patriots. That's what we're doing here. That's it. Oh, sorry about that. You're right. We're really sorry. We're really sorry. You give them the benefit of the doubt. I mean, it's a tough call. I mean, you're looking at this and saying, okay, well, maybe it was that. Okay, maybe. Well, how many other teams have been in the principal's office, so to speak, for cheating in the last decade? How many? I mean, one? So, like, legitimately one? And let's not forget, in 2007, Spygate, it's got its own Wikipedia page and everything. Look it up. This franchise, the Patriots, who were found guilty of this, okay, videotaping coaches, the same crime that they've admitted to now, same crime, just went about it a little differently, okay? Maybe they've gotten smarter over the years. Who knows? Maybe not. In 2007, this franchise was fined $500,000 and docked a first-round pick in 2008 as a result of the findings of 2007 Spygate. So you're just going to wash this away. You're going to give them the complete and total benefit of the doubt for allegedly, I guess, committing the same infraction, just committing it differently. Now, if you don't remember Spygate, I'll fill you in briefly, very briefly. Eric Mangini was coaching the New York Jets. Bill Belichick was coaching the Patriots. This game was in New York. Eric Mangini was on Bill Belichick's staff for a decade before he got the Jets gig and was quickly labeled the man genius. Remember that whole deal? Well, the man genius, he knows the Patriot practices. He knew what they did as far as stealing signs and using cameras and technology to tape other teams' coaches' hand signals and whatever else is they want. He knew that. And Mangini saw the guy that they've been employing for years to do that. And he's like, are you kidding me, Bill? Like, this guy's doing this against me? He knows I know, and he doesn't give a rip? So what Mangini do? He blew his whistle, and I'll tell you this, Eric Mangini has essentially been pretty much blackballed in coaching the rest of his time, the rest of his life, because he's a rat. He's a rat. Maybe Mangini shouldn't have done that, but he thought just the audacity of Belichick to still apply these same cheating practices against me, and I know what you do, he blew the whistle. That's how Spygate started. This, luckily for, I guess, folks who are going to prosecute the Patriots on this, it was a Bengals staff member. I mean, okay, put yourself in his shoes. It doesn't specify, at least according to my readings, who this was that caught him. Was it a Bengal scout? Was it a gopher, a slappy, some other type of employee? Was it an assistant coach? Well, whomever it was knew enough to be like, yeah, dude, yeah, that camera has been recording the Bengals sideline for the entire first quarter. Well, they got a new defensive coordinator. They got a new head coach in Cincinnati. I know they're a laughingstock joke of a team this year, but that's silly to think that the Patriots of all teams would disrespect any team due to a record. I throw that completely out. Well, it's the Bengals. Do they really have to cheat against the Bengals? You know, who said this? For every one cockroach, there's like 1,000 behind the wall. For every one cockroach that you see. And it's just, don't ask. At least don't ask me on this for the benefit of the doubt. I mean, some franchises, some folks, you give it to them based on their track record. Well, based on this track record, benefit of the doubt? Oh, wait, you're caught cheating again. A violation that you've been not just investigated before, but penalized for. You lost a first rounder in '08. You were fined $500,000. This leads me to believe that no matter what, even the Patriots saying, hey, you're right, guilty is charged. We did it. This is what, jaywalking, right? Yeah, write me my little citation. Can I get out of here now? And they've admitted that they've been in the wrong. Bill Belichick has not. The football side of things has said, hey, we know nothing about this. And it's just hard, again, to give the benefit of the doubt to a Bill Belichick and a Patriot football operations organization that's been caught multiple times with its hand in the cookie jar and found guilty, flat out, of the Spygate scandal of 2007. It's crazy that we're even opening with this. Dodsy, get in here on this. Like, this is a thing? We're doing this? We're talking Patriots cheating on December 10th, 2019? Like, where the hell did this come from, man? Crazy.
I don't know, man. It doesn't surprise me, though. Like you talk about the benefit of the doubt. We can't give them the benefit of the doubt. There's no way.
I can't.
No.
I'm sorry, Belichick. Like, you've been busted for this before.
Yeah, that would be like somebody that went into a store and stole something like 3 times, and then
the fourth time, hey, dude,
the manager's like hovering over them.
Yep, and dude, no, it really wasn't us this time. We swear.
Right? Yeah.
It was us, but it wasn't me.
Right.
Type of thing. It's tough to go the benefit of the doubt. Email, text
Definitely.
the program on this, 541-962-7700. We're going to talk later this hour, Chucklehead Universe. I just want to say, look, hey, if you are Roger Goodell, what are you doing? Are you punishing them? If so, what's the punishment? Or are you not? Are you saying honestly, Johnny, look, the everything adds up. The dots are connected on this, Johnny, but they're connected not implicating Bill Belichick, implicating some yahoos working on in their videography department. If you're really going there, okay, you can. And maybe that is the case. Maybe it is. But it's tough this far down the line of the Patriot and this dynasty and what we know and what we've seen of them before. It's tough just to say, okay, well, yeah, they have been caught for stealing in the past, and this time, no, it wasn't them. And maybe it wasn't, but a lot of times it doesn't matter. Perception is reality. I'll just tell you this, Patriot fan, you are going to, and it's a shame, but you're gonna, Patriot fan, you're going to have to defend the greatest dynasty in sports history for the rest of your life. And let's be honest, 3 years from now, Tom Brady's not going to be your quarterback, and I could bet that Bill Belichick might not be your head coach either. And what you're going to have is the memories, are the memories. That's it. You're probably not going to keep this going. If you do, hey, good for you. Great. I'm not hating on you, but all I know is as a sports fan, you generally talk about the good times, and you go back. In sports, we hop in the DeLorean every single day. I could go to a bar in New York City right now, and if there's a couple Giants fans there, chances are they're going to be talking about Lawrence Taylor a lot more than they're going to be talking about, I don't know, maybe even Saquon Barkley. You know, you like to talk about the great times. I guarantee you in that same bar, they're going to talk about Bill Parcells more than they talk about Pat Shurmur. Patriot fan, you are going to have to defend this thing, because every time you go to Benchwarmers Pub and Grill, anytime you walk into Fat Guy's Fresh Deli, anytime you go anywhere where there's a sports debate going on and you're wearing your Brady throwback at the time or your Willie McGinnis throwback, Teddy Bruschi, name them all, your Patriot gear, you're going to get the Big Sir Mix-a-Lot sized but coming. And you're going to have to do this forever. And I guess if there's one thing that the Patriots may have done, not so well in regards to its fans, is just that. You're going to have to defend them constantly. You know how annoying that is? I grew up a John Albert Elway fan, okay? And until John Elway won the Super Bowl 1997, this one's for John. I had to defend him like every single day. Elway can't win the big one. Elway's a choker. Elway, don't have him go to another Super Bowl. They'll just get smoked. This. And I knew deep in my heart the only reason they went to those Super Bowls was because of John Elway. Yeah, they couldn't beat historically good teams. Whatever. It ended up well for Elway, winning 2 on his way out. I hated having to defend him against everybody. Patriot fan, I think that's coming. There's always going to be, whether he's right or wrong, whether he's a moron or a genius, there's going to be folks there that say, yeah, but you're cheaters. And they're going to use this now too. They are cheaters so much to the point that they even cheated against the Bengals. They love their system, and they believe it so much to the core. Whatever they can do, they want intel on everyone. And it's like an obsession, possibly, at this point. And they got busted against the Bengals. I've heard stories of criminals. Like, what's that story? What's that movie, Dodsey, with Jonah Hill, War Dogs, something like that, where they buy and sell artillery to like the Middle East during the Iraqi Freedom War or whatever it was, and they got busted because they forgot to pay some yahoo $100,000. $100,000 to them was like 50 cents to us, but that's what ended their enterprise. They forgot to pay some yahoo that they would have easily paid. They just forgot, and the yahoo was like, he reported them, and they got him busted. That type of deal. So it's, I don't know, poetic justice, if you will, if you believe this, that the Patriots were caught again. And this time, yeah, they were caught against the Bengals. Spygate. They were caught against the Jets. Not exactly flagship franchises in this league. Not exactly franchises synonymous with, anything like winning or such. That type of deal. But you be the judge on this, and I want to poll you. We'll ask you. You can call. You can email me. Shoot me a text. Get those in. If you were Roger Goodell, what's the penalty? What are you doing here? Are you giving this franchise, you're giving them the benefit of the doubt? I know. You got busted for Spygate. That's under the bridge. You've paid your crime. You've served your time. You're out. We get it. But all of a sudden, we bust you doing the same exact crime, just doing it differently. But this time it wasn't you. The benefit of the doubt. Tough for me to give. And I'm not one of those guys that tries to damn the Patriots dynasty. I'm not that guy. You watch this show, that's the greatest dynasty I've ever seen in my lifetime. The only thing you could compare to it, and those folks aren't walking around anymore, is basically the New York Yankees from 1920 to 1960. Okay, that's the only thing in this country I think that maybe we've seen. The Boston Celtics in the 1960s when the NBA had 8 teams in the league. Okay, you didn't really have to go through 4 playoff rounds, right? There's more teams that make the playoffs now than were in the league completely in the 60s when Bill Russell and Red Auerbach were doing their thing. And this is the best dynasty I've seen. 20 years, an influx of different players, the way they went about their biz. But then there's this. And we continue to give them a benefit of the doubt, or do we not? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. If you want my opinion on this, I think Roger Goodell has to say, look, I'm going to come down hard on this. Whether you did it or not, it's there. And yeah, it's you. You're back in the principal's office. I don't see how he sweeps this under the rug. I don't know how that would work for the league from a PR standpoint. I'll tell you this. There's 31 fan bases of teams right now that are freaking out saying, damn them. There really is. There's 31 fan bases that don't love the Patriots, right? Do there have any? What's a fan base that's even neutral with the Patriots? Oh, Patriots, yeah, we don't have any beef with them. We like those guys. Oh, where are they? They don't have one. And again, that's what happens when you win 10-plus games every single year since, 2003? The last time the Patriots didn't win 10 games was 2002, and they finished 9-7. That's the worst year. Are you kidding me? Some teams have banners in the stadium celebrating a 9-7 season. My Seahawks have done it when they won their first division. What was that, in 88? When the Seahawks won the division with a 9-7 record, they hung a banner in the Kingdome, and I went there and loved it. I high-fived my friends on it. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Fat Guys Fresh Deli, our top story. This is your number one option for soup, sandwiches, and everything in between. My boy Wally, and I know you're watching, they play this show every day at Fat Guys Fresh Deli. When you're on your way to Boise, if you're in Boise already, don't forget Fat Guys Fresh Deli. I wish I could describe it better than saying biting into one of those sandwiches, it's like angels are dancing on your tongue. Picture that, and you'll picture a Fat Guys Fresh Deli sandwich. Dodzy, we got a lot to get to this hour. Let's get to it. You have the Johnny Ball Game Show. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Johnny Ball Game Show. Appreciate everybody for hanging out with us. Now, we rebooted the show yesterday, kind of unofficially. There's a ton of stuff going from AM radio, which is where we were, and we took a little webcam and put it in front of me and had a real cheesy McGillicuddy setup at that old place I used to work for. There's a lot of new bells and whistles that we're all getting used to, being in the more the TV and online presence now than old school AM radio. So bear with us. Friday, that is the official, hey, we're back show. That's the official kickoff of the new program. This is what they call, I think, in the restaurant business, a soft opening, and that's kind of what we're doing today. So if not everything's lining up, maybe it's an audio issue here or there, maybe it's a bell or whistle that's not exactly ringing or whistling, we'll have it fixed. We'll have it fixed sooner than later. Hopefully each day we get a little bit better. By Friday, we are good to go and broadcasting from our brand spanking new Brent Clapp Media Services studio. It's been awesome because you can catch this show now on YouTube, on Facebook, on Eastern Oregon Alive TV, on their Facebook. They're broadcasting it as well, too. If you want to go online, if you want the online, you just want to go to a website, watch the show, go to eoalive.tv. Easy peasy, easy to navigate. You'll love watching the show there, and we're tickled, aren't we, Dodsy? I mean, Brent Clapp Studios, our new home here and home of Eastern Oregon Alive TV. They've done such a wonderful job, and we can't wait to get this thing going on Friday for our party. So, big shout out to the crew here at Brent Clapp. I'm talking Welchie Boy, I'm talking Johnny Marvel, I'm talking BC himself. Dodsy, it's a good crew down here, isn't it? They got a good thing going.
Yeah, it definitely is, Johnny. I mean, they're fun. I mean, Johnny Marvel, that kid knows so much about sports. So I was so surprised first time I talked to him.
Yeah, he really knows his stuff. Johnny Marvel, we're
Johnny
talking
Marvel.
to you. Back to this situation. Okay, so I asked you. Here it is. If you were Roger Goodell, how do you punish the Patriots, or do you for another looks like videotaping scandal? I'm going to go to the Facebook page right here, Dodsy. I got a couple comments, and you bug me over there if you have some you want to read as well. First one, I'm going to go to Nathan. Nathan says, Johnny, this is garbage. You're telling me that the Patriots would risk this against a 1-13 team, or 1-12 team, I'm sorry. Really? Come on, man. They don't have a great organization. They are a great organization, a dynasty. The only other thing fans can say is cheaters. Just respect them and their greatness. Anything else just shows you your football ignorance. So there's someone who is on the Patriots side, and they are playing the court like Exhibit A for Nathan and other people who are defending the Patriots are, hey, whoa, it's the Bengals, okay? Why would they cheat against the Bengals? To me, look, as long as the Bengals are a National Football League team and they are on the Patriots' schedule, the Patriots will give them as much respect as they would give the Baltimore Ravens. And I mean that. The Patriots respect their opponents. They always say that. And that's one thing Bill Belichick says that I do mean. I do believe. I do give him the benefit of the doubt on that. Bill Belichick, I think, will cheat against anyone. It does not matter if that is in fact, if Belichick is a part of it. If he isn't, then it is okay. Some random coincidence. I get it. Fine. It's a coincidence. But still, you're guilty. Still, you've done this before. Still, I got to penalize you. I mean, if you're Roger Goodell and you're talking to Bob Kraft, you're saying, Bobby, dude, what am I supposed to do here? I mean, we're going into week 15 of an NFL season. We got division playoff races all over the place. And let's be honest, we're going to spend the next week talking about the Patriots filming the Bengal sideline for an entire quarter from the press box. That's what we're talking about. If I'm Roger Goodell, that chaps me as much as anything else. It's bad PR for the league. Like, I got to sell this league if I'm Roger Goodell. I need that next corporate sponsorship. I want Jeff Bezos to call me and say, hey, Raji Cakes, let's do this. Amazon and the NFL, the two most unstoppable forces moving right now. Let's join forces. Let's make each other more money. You want the Bezos Amazon dollar. Now Roger Goodell's got to explain this to guys like that. He doesn't want to do that. So I think he has to come down and come down hard. Now, punishments. Dodsy, do you have any over there that you're looking at that you want to jump on in here? Did you see anybody have an example of what they would do if they were Roger Goodell?
Yeah, let's see here. I think JD commented that he says that I think, let's see, I'm looking. Where's the punishment that he said that they
Dodsy, too late. I'll jump in.
Forfeit your first-round draft picks for the next 3 years and vacate wins along with a fine.
Okay.
That's awfully stiff.
So 3 straight years without a first-rounder and a fine. That's very stiff.
That's too stiff.
I'm telling you
really.
this. I think there's other people that probably agree with JD that there needs to be something. You know, I don't think most people say that's not, I'm sorry, I don't think most people are thinking that's too harsh. Dodsy, I think most people, when it comes to the Patriots in cheating, want them to burn in whatever type of football hell exists. I think that's the case for most football fans. They don't want anything to do. They're tired of hearing stories about the Patriots cheating. I have another one. This is from Susan. Susan says, I do not believe this was intentional. After all the acquisitions thrown at them in the past, they aren't that ignorant. The film crew had no idea what they were doing was illegal. Now, if that is true, and maybe it is, you ever see The Fugitive, Dodsey?
Yeah, a long time ago.
You ever see that movie?
Long
Harrison
time ago.
Ford? Yeah.
Long time ago.
There's a scene where Harrison Ford, he's the fugitive, he's on the run, he's running away, okay? And Tommy Lee Jones, who actually won an Academy Award for his role as the U.S. Marshal, Tommy Lee Jones is running in the sewer, and he's trying to catch Harrison Ford, and he gets to him, and he's like pointing the gun at him or something. And Harrison Ford looks at Tommy Jones, he says, hey, I didn't kill my wife. Tommy Jones just calmly looks at him with the gun pointed and says, I don't care.
Right.
Like, I don't care. I have a job to find you and take you through all the entire judicial process that's going to come. You're not pleading your case to me.
Right.
That's not my job. I don't care. That's where I am with the lovely Sue's comment here if I'm Roger Goodell. And I am not, but if I am, and Sue throws that at me, the film crew had no idea what they were doing was illegal. I don't care. That's illegal.
Right.
And you can't videotape, unauthorized, obviously, next week's opponent, their coaching staff on the sideline for a whole quarter. I don't care. That's against the rules, and here is the penalty that I see fit on it. And that's where I am with this, too. Here's another one. Bushy. Blah, 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 Johnny. Why would the Patriots film the one-win Bengals? Johnny, it's just the first time they were caught.
Probably.
Is what Bushy's saying.
Probably right, too.
You know, like, again, a lot of people break a lot of laws and rules and cheat and whatever. When they do get caught, a lot of times it is, you get caught cheating on the one test that you didn't have to cheat on. But that's your rhythm, that's your style, that's what you do. And if that is the case, we'll see what does happen.
Eric said force them to move to Oakland.
That's a good one. Yeah, force the Patriots to move to Oakland. All funny. All funny.
Or L.A.
All kidding
LA.
aside. How about this? Pete says no playoffs. They don't get to go to the playoffs this year. That's what you take away. So they can win all the games they want. Their record just does not affect the standings whatsoever. They can go 13-3, 12-4, but they're not eligible for the playoffs. That would be absolutely historic at the professional level. That's a college penalty, banning you from postseason. They will never do that.
No.
But that's what Pete said.
Johnny, what would happen to all the people that had money on them in Vegas?
Yep.
They'd have to refund all that money.
I guess Vegas would have to refund that.
I guarantee you there's a ton of money.
Unless there's something on the Vegas the disclaimer that says if something happens, you're SOL on it. Kevin, a couple of Kevins. Kevin 1 said, Johnny, it'll just be another slap tap on their hands. They'll get away with it, just like every other cheating scandal they've been caught at. Kevin, they haven't gotten away with everything. Spygate happened, and they got docked a first rounder and $500,000. That's a big penalty. First rounder, that's a big penalty. That's why it's interesting. Like, here they are again back in the principal's office for committing the same crime, just committing it differently. Still with the videotape, still with that situation, but this time instead of having a guy on the sidelines taping the opposing coaching staff, this time they had a dude allegedly in the press box area filming the opposition's coaching staff on the sidelines. I mean, again, for me, whether they did or whether they didn't, I'm Tommy Lee Jones in The Fugitive. I don't care. If you find them guilty of this and the Patriots admit, hey, we didn't know what we were doing, ignorance to the law is not going to get you out of this, Patriot. Kevin number 2 says, Johnny, they've been caught multiple times. That isn't even up for debate. It's just weird how it's always them. Every team has cameras everywhere in this league, but theirs always seems to be taping the other team. Must just be a coincidence, womp, womp, womp. Dodsey, where are you with this?
He's right.
Dodsey, where are you with this?
He's right. Kevin's right. I mean, it always seems to be the Patriots, and it's not just a coincidence. They like pointing their cameras at the other team.
Okay, what's Commissioner Dodsey doing on this? What's a proper fine? You don't think 3 first-rounders is? You think that's too stiff? You think banning them from postseason is too much?
Too much.
Okay, last time in 2007, okay, for Spygate, the league fined him $500,000. I say that's doubled or tripled.
Yeah, at least.
First off, the league's way bigger now than it was 12 years ago. 12 years ago, the league was probably, like a $5 billion annual enterprise. Now it's like $17 billion per year.
Right.
And it's a mega fine, right?
So that's triple, so triple it.
Okay, so you fine him $1.5 million and what? A first and a fourth?
Yeah, that's fair. Because it was a first before, a first
you find him. You took away a first then.
Yeah.
Like, for me, we're starting there. Here's a fine. Here's the draft pick. What else? Because this is a repeat offense.
Yeah, it's just recurring. It's like, is it going to keep going? Are we going to keep doing this?
I mean, how many judges in any type of judicial system would be more lenient on the second guilty conviction than the first? Right? I mean, I wouldn't think many, if any.
None. If you get a DUI,
yeah.
you can go into diversion. And not saying it because I know I've never gotten a DUI.
Okay.
But
I'll be quiet.
Your second DUI, you don't get to go into diversion.
You don't get diversion.
No, you're paying.
Yep.
And you're probably going to spend a couple nights in jail.
Yeah, maybe even if you get the judge on a wrong day, maybe a month.
Yeah, right?
Maybe just gives you a month in jail. Think about it, and we'll talk after this. Yeah.
Pending like circumstances, depending upon what you did that led up to the DUI or what you did after. Yeah, you don't get the same punishment for the same crime the second time.
No,
and it compounds.
I guess if you're saying that it's totally different, videotaping from the press box area than on field, to me, no. This is the same crime. It's videotaping the opponent's coaching staff. I mean, it's the same crime, dude. Ball Game Show. Appreciate everybody for hanging out with us. Don't forget our good partners here at Brent Clapp Productions. They produce any video, any photography production. Look, you could travel as far as you can. You can get tip-top service right here in LeGrand, Oregon. 4K video, drone stuff, studio work, commercial photography, Brent Clapp Media Services. They get it done, and they get it done exactly to your specifications. Coming up, big wrestling tournament this weekend we want to touch on. The Blazers back in action tonight against the stinking Knicks. And an HBO documentary that I'm sure Dodsey and I will watch tonight, after Mandalorian, of course, that you might want to pay attention to. And it's interesting that this documentary comes out today of all days. We're loaded today. Stay with us. You got yourself the Johnny Ball Game Show. appreciate everybody for hanging out. I want you to like, comment, share, spread the word on the Johnny Ball Game Show with our new setup, and appreciate everybody for, I don't know, this community's just been awesome. A lot of our friends from former shows have remained our friends, like my big boy Brock Ward over there at Island City Speed Lube, #1 in lubrication maintenance for your dollar at Island City Speed Lube, and they put an emphasis on speed. I've had my oil change there in less than 10 minutes before, and you will too. They do a terrific job. Big Blazers fans over there. Go see Brock and the crew at Island City Speed Lube out there next to the C&M Country Store in Island City, Oregon. Dodsy, next topic, but before I get there, Chef Wally wants to comment, and he said, Roger Goodell, $1 million fine for the Patriots. No loss of picks, no loss of games or anything else they could come up with. You were kind of shaking your head saying, Wally, that's not enough. I understand you on that, Dodsy, but I could see that being the case. I think if I could put money on this, is it going to be is Raj going to show leniency, or is he going to come down with his iron fist? I'd lean towards leniency. I think Chef, we might disagree with it, but I think Chef could be correct on, it'll be about $1 million fine, and they'll believe that Belichick wasn't involved in $1 million, and we move on.
It's awfully light. That's really light.
I mean, what would you rather? Okay, if you're a Patriot fan, what would you rather have? $1 million fine or a first-round pick taken away?
$1 million fine,
question.
No doubt.
That's not coming out of any fan's pocket. No
easy.
fan has to sweat that. Look, Raj, if you want to penalize them, don't penalize Robert Kraft's wallet or Bill Belichick's or the organization's reputation. Penalize the fans. You really want it to hurt? It's like I say this all the time in college basketball. We have all these McGillicuddy sanctions that college basketball team gets. There's only one penalty. Kick them out of the dance.
Right.
That's it. Don't let them play in the tournament. That's the only thing that matters in college basketball. And all these, we're gonna violation our scholarships or TV money. No, just don't let them go to the tournament if they qualify. That's the number one thing you can do. In the NFL, penalize the fans. Get the fans upset at what's going on and saying, hey, do we really have to cheat to do this? That's what you should do. And by penalizing the fans, you're taking away picks. Or could you imagine if they took away like roster spots? Like everybody gets a 53-man roster, but the Patriots for the next 2 years only get a 51? Like something like that. Like that's the equivalent in college to taking away scholarships.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like Reggie Bush and that whole deal had USC 10 less scholarships than everybody else for like a 3 or 4 year period, and it hurt them. It hurt him so much that Pete Carroll's like, wait, what? This is the Titanic. This is sinking. Oh, yeah, where's that lifeboat? I'm going to hop on that and paddle up to Seattle. I ain't going to hang out if you're going to take 10 schollies away. It would be something to, I don't know. We'll see. I guess, if anything, we have that to kind of pay attention to moving forward is, hey, what is Roger Goodell going to do on this? Speaking of moving forwards, Dodsy, we cover the local scene on this program because there's a lot to cover. And we're jumping off the commotion and fanfare of the state football championship, and now we jump right into wrestling. Yep. And you could argue that a couple of the best players on the football team are a couple of the best wrestlers in this state, defending state champions, if you will. And there's a big tournament coming up this weekend. They call it the Milenberg. Now, I don't know too much about this tournament. I don't follow wrestling all that well, if at all. You know a little more about this than I do, and this means a lot to a lot of local people, the Milenberg. What exactly is it, Dodsies?
Well, it's an invitational tournament. I know that. So basically the LeGrand coaches and admin, I think they decide who they want to invite to this particular tournament, and usually they take better teams. You know what I mean? Because they want to give their kids good matchups.
So this is like, okay, so what you're saying to me there, I mean, I am buying this. So you're saying this is a heck of a tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Like you see wrestlers that are going to wrestle. I mean, let's be honest, the GOL, I mean, it should be like the GOF, like, or the GFO. Get out of here with the league that LeGrand plays in right now. So you're saying there's going to be tip-top wrestlers from other conferences, possibly even other states. I don't know. I think some schools from Idaho or Washington come to this thing.
I'm sure.
And it's up at the high school, LeGrand High School, over the weekend. Huh?
Yeah, and I think, fans, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they also invite like the lower level, like maybe even middle school. Like I think it's a big deal.
It's one of the biggest prep or lower wrestling tournaments on the West Coast, I was told, certainly in the Pacific Northwest. So yeah, that's going to be fun. We'll be covering it this weekend, I'm sure. If we can. I mean, I'll be up there.
Yeah,
I don't know about you, Dodzy.
I'm going to be up there.
You probably got a date or something, but I'll be there.
Let me add something. This picture that's up right now as your backdrop, that's Parker Robinson, and I believe this is last year at the Milenberg. He's two-time defending champion at the Milenberg. He won it 2 years ago. He won it last year, and I believe last year he won it at like 160, like 160 pounds. And credit to whoever took this picture. I just kind of pirated it off the internet, but it's a great picture. And I mean, Parker's state champion, and he'll be wrestling in this tournament. Also, the quarterback. We got
Nathan Reed.
Yeah, we got Shuckle,
All-State linebacker, running back Shuckle.
All the guys we followed.
We'll definitely be on there. And to talk about this more, we'll have the LHS wrestling coach, Cole Carson, on this program tomorrow. Now, Dodzy, you are, let's just say, a historian of Tiger athletics, okay? Now, where would you put, let's say, in the past 50 years, where does wrestling rank among sports at LeGrand High School?
I'm biased.
Try not to be.
Well,
I think people are screaming at you on their screen right now saying, Dodzy, it's one.
It is.
Dodzy,
Well,
come on.
Well, I was going to say, I don't want to take credit away from the football team this year. I don't want to take credit away from the swimming teams that have won state championships. I don't want to take credit away from the two-time baseball state championships. Yeah. But if as a legitimate sports person, wrestling, like, definitely is.
This is a wrestling town.
Definitely number one.
Like, and we've talked about this off the record. Maybe we'll throw this right here. If you were going to have, and you guys can email and text us on this as well, if you're going to have one, let's say, former coach in the last 50 years that deserves a statue outside the entrance to the gymnasium at LeGrand High School, a statue of this coach. You could go to Walmart right now and poll 100 people. I would bet eating a habanero pepper on this, that Verl Miller is going to get the most votes.
I think it would be a toss-up. I think it's a toss-up between Doc and Verl.
Doc?
Yeah.
What's his last name?
Doc Savage. Everybody knows Doc Savage.
He was the football coach in the 70s.
Yeah. But not taking anything away from Verl, I think they're like right there. I mean, I've asked people.
I just think
it's
a younger crowd and walking around there, and I think more people are going to be around our age, and I think those people will say Verl. Doc will be number 2, no question. Yeah. But no, this is a big wrestling community. Maybe this doesn't necessarily apply, but where I went to school, suburban Seattle area, wrestling had a hard time finding its place. It was football, basketball, baseball, and those three were just so far away from any other boys' sport. That's swimming, diving, wrestling, track and field. It was just the big three where I was from, so I wasn't here in an area like LeGrand where wrestling just dominates all that stuff. Would you say, or what would you say if I'm like, hey, Dodzy, what, from a prep standpoint, where's wrestling right now? Where's prep wrestling? I know we have women's wrestling, girls wrestling programs seem to be popping up left and right. Does that mean it's better for the overall sport? We'll talk to Clell about this tomorrow, but kind of first, where's wrestling for you right now?
I think prep wrestling's huge, and college wrestling as well. There's not just the aspiration of the Olympics anymore with the wrestling. you have the aspiration of possibly fighting in mixed martial arts.
Definitely.
Which is huge.
You look at Coach Azure
Yeah.
up at EOU. His brother is it Jeremy Azure or Dustin? Okay. Is wrestling under Dana White at the UFC.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where wrestlers go now. Like those dudes who are wrestling for the Iowa Hawkeyes and stuff like that, like the mega wrestling programs, Oklahoma State, name a few, Arizona State, those dudes want to finish probably wrestling and they want to go hop in the octagon.
Oh yeah, they're going to get paid a lot more. I mean, there's always the aspiration. I'm sure the top level for a wrestler is the Olympics, right? I mean, there's nothing higher than
Rulon
that.
Gardner, man.
Yeah, Rulon.
Hell yeah.
And but at the same time, you're probably not going to make as much money wrestling in the Olympics as you are fighting in the UFC.
Not at all.
If you're legitimate, like decent fighter in the UFC, you're going to get paid.
Totally.
No doubt.
We'll keep in touch with that. We have a Dodsey 6-pack coming up. We're going to have a fun in-studio segment. We won't tease that too much. Just, dude, try to be tuning in at 4:30 if you're watching this live. If you're watching this a little bit later, it's about the halfway part of the show today. You're going to see the guest sitting here. Don't miss that. I think it's going to be hilarious. Couple of text messages. The mayor says, Johnny, penalizing the Patriots by taking away roster spots would be like not allowing them to sign free agents for 2 years. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying to win, Johnny. How about no free agent pickups for a year? Apparently, Caleb's a soccer geek. He said that at one point FIFA banned Chelsea with a 2-year window transfer ban. Transfers are like, trades and whatnot, and free agents in soccer, as you know. And he said FIFA slapped Chelsea. That's an English Premier League team for the most part, and they got hit with a 2-year transfer ban window. That's a hefty price. I just don't think Roger Goodell. I don't know if he has the stones to give the Patriots Belichick and Kraft. I don't know if he has the stones to send them to Shawshank, dude.
Can you imagine how bad that would hurt the Patriots to not let them sign free agents?
It'd be murderous.
It would be bad.
Yeah, and they're not even huge free agent players, but just to not have that option at all.
Right, yeah.
That'd be a tough way to do it.
It would.
Tough way to do a ball game show. Appreciate everybody for hanging out. Also, another text coming in. Dodsey, you make big look beautiful. Interesting people chiming in on that. Dodsey makes big look beautiful. I'll tell you, have your car running the way you need it by heading to Island City Speed Loop. We got big games to discuss. We got a Dodsey 6-pack coming up. We're loaded. We're having fun today. What we hope is your favorite sports talk program, the Johnny Ball Game Show. Keep with the texts and emails and comments coming, and we'll keep mentioning them here on the show. Appreciate it, everybody. Give us a quick one. Johnny Ball Game Show. Scotty Ball Game Show. Appreciate everybody for hanging out. A quick first hour. You know, Dodsy, when you have content in this business, I mean, honestly, I'll tell you this. The question I've received more than any other in my line of work is, how the heck do you talk like that for 3 hours every day? That's number one, Dodsy. I say a couple of things. One, when the show's flowing, it doesn't ever feel like 3 hours. It doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean,
If this first hour went by so fast,
felt like
to
20
me
minutes
as well.
to me.
Yeah.
It felt like 20 minutes.
No doubt.
But yeah, wanted to get to a couple of things. First off, Taco Tuesday tonight at the Long Branch. These are mega soft tortilla-filled tacos. Dodsy, I'm telling you, you and I would have a hard time consuming more than 2 of these things. They're big fat tacos. Our boy Bubba Williams, EOU Hall of Famer, he can't eat more than 2, and he's at the LB. Bubba's a huge fan of Taco Tuesday at the Long Branch. So that's tonight. Appreciate everybody at the LB and Bench Warmers for being a part of this show. Great menu. Don't forget, you can order food to go, so get them in your restaurant rotation there. The Blazers tonight for our Bench Warmers big game. The Blazers tonight are 10-point favorites, which is odd simply for the fact that the Blazers right now are the 12th team in the West. They have a record of 9-15. They've lost 2 in a row. They've lost 6 out of 10, but they're 10-point favorites tonight? The hell's going on out here? Oh, yeah, now it makes sense. The Knicks are in town. That's why they're 10-point favorites. The New York Knicks with the worst record in basketball, 4-19. They've lost 9 in a row. They've lost they've lost 9 in a row. They are 1-9 on the road this year. They are the biggest disgrace in basketball, the New York Knickerbockers. They've already fired their coach. Dodsy, if you found $100 bill on the road and you were going to decide to gamble it on this Blazer Knicks game, are you giving the 10 with the Blazers? Or are you taking the 10 with the Knicks?
That's the Blazers are terrible too,
right? I don't want to bet money that the Blazers are going to beat anybody by 10.
I might just take that $10 and go get me a burger.
100, yeah, you would. Yeah, I mean, the Blazers. I mean, are they going to win by 11 tonight? I mean, that's what they have to do if you're going to win money.
Dude.
I have some money on them on the Oregon Lottery scoreboard app. I got a couple of things going on.
You
tonight.
bet on the Blazers?
Yeah, I did, but I took the money line. So they don't have to win. They just have to win.
Yeah,
but
just straight up.
I parlayed it with a couple of other teams that I need to do, because if you just bet the Blazers on the money line tonight, you won't win any money.
No.
If you bet like $5, you'll win like 60 cents back.
Yeah.
Something crazy
It's
like
not
that. And
worth
I'm
it.
never going to risk $5 to win 60 cents.
No.
That's a
I would
sucker
hope
bet.
not. Yeah.
But yeah, Blazers, Knicks tonight. I don't want to spend too much time on this because they don't deserve it, just like the NFC East division in football. Dodsy. Right off the top of your head, give me a worse professional disaster of a franchise than the New York Knicks. Go.
Right off the top of my head, the goodness, this has to be off the top.
It's no longer off the top of your head.
Yeah,
you
I
spent
know.
too much time on it already.
Well,
Dodsy.
I would say right now the Chargers.
The Chargers are a worse franchise than the Knicks.
Right now, yeah. In LA, yeah.
You guys
Yes.
agree or disagree with Dodsy over there
Yeah.
on that?
And I'm a Charger fan. You
yeah.
know that. Everybody knows that. It's pathetic right now for us.
Seattle Mariners. I'll tell you this, the Knicks have been to the playoffs sooner than the Mariners have. The Knicks, though, it's like they have all the resources, okay? Bright lights, Madison Square Garden,
Spike Lee.
mega payroll. They have the highest average ticket price in the NBA. Is Madison
do?
Square Garden to see a Knicks game.
Ugh.
Still. And people buy them because I guess I don't even know. If I'm going to a Knicks game, I'm putting a bag over my head. I don't want anybody to see me.
Right.
But I would think the Knicks are number one. I mean, the Mariners have excuses for how poorly they've been. The Knicks really don't. They have one owner who messes everything up. His dad basically gave him the business, and I mean, the Knicks are making money, don't get me wrong, from that standpoint, but, I mean, they haven't contended for a championship since, what, Sprewell, Allen Houston, Larry Johnson?
Wow.
Remember that team?
Oh,
Late
yeah.
90s, early 2000s?
Yeah, well, that was after Sprewell choked PJ Carlesimo.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. I mean,
yeah.
this was after Patrick Ewing had just left.
Yep.
And,
Grandmama.
yeah, and LJ, at the time, his back was done by
Done.
then.
Huh? He was always laying on the ground
yeah,
next to the bench.
There was a guy, if you want to have like the all-forgotten team, Larry Johnson, before the back injuries.
Oh.
The dude was nasty.
At UNLV.
One of the great college players I've ever seen in my life.
Grandmama.
I have that UNLV team still as one of the top 2 or 3 basketball teams at the collegiate level in my lifetime.
Stacey Ogman. Who else was on that
Greg
team?
Anthony.
Oh, yeah.
LJ Anderson Hunt was a longtime European player. George Ackles, the center. That was one of the great college basketball teams of my lifetime with the Duke team of the same era. Give me Christian Leitner, Bobby Hurley, Grant Hill.
Oh,
that
man.
trio. Also, those Florida teams that won the back-to-back. Joakim Noah, Al Horford, Ronnie Brewer. There was a Corey Brewer. I can't remember. One of the Brewers. That Florida team coached by Billy Donovan. Some of those Kentucky teams. There's been a lot. But, yeah, no question, dude. The Knicks, to me, an absolute disaster of a franchise. Your big game tonight. One thing I want to throw in here, and it's kind of odd that it's coming today. There's a documentary on HBO tonight. It's called Saban and Belichick, The Art of Coaching. And it's a 90-minute documentary in HBO, probably narrated by Liv Schreiber. Like, they have the best sports documentaries. I love everything HBO touches with sports. Dodzy and I watched the Maradona doc. That was the last one they did. Diego Maradona. We didn't know jack or squat about Maradona, basically, and we left that documentary thinking, oh, well done, HBO,
Yeah,
right? Bravo.
that documentary was fantastic, dude.
Maradona.
Awesome.
Dude, sign me up for a time machine. Let me go back and party with him for a weekend, right?
We wouldn't be able to hang,
I
bro.
I couldn't
No.
hang. I couldn't hang with Maradona.
No way.
Anyway, but tonight, The Art of Coaching. It's Bill Belichick and Nick Saban together in an HBO documentary talking about coaching. Like, that's going to be a masterpiece. It's just crazy that we have to watch it the same day that the Patriots essentially get caught cheating again.
Right. Yeah. It's a shame because it kind of just puts a damper on it, I think.
It kind of does. There's like a cloud over it now. But
Yep.
Anyway, that's
Too bad
tonight,
for
too.
Saban, huh? Because that kind of hurts him, too. It's coming out, like Saban's all excited, and then he has to hear all the,
Yeah.
man, like, come on, really, Bill, really?
Oh, if he was
again?
doing, if he was doing any type of press conference,
Yeah.
any type of PR for this thing, for this doc, all of a sudden Saban's getting all these Belichick cheating questions, and good luck getting those answered, reporter. Let's talk about a couple of things moving forward. Our Dodsy six-pack next hour, and a special Ghost Pepper Trivia Challenge you don't want to miss at 4:30, brought to you by Marketplace Fresh Foods right next door to us here at our gorgeous Brent Klatt Media Services studio. Dodsy, get me out of here. You got the Johnny Ball Game Show. Ball Game Show. Appreciate everybody for hanging out with us, and a big shout out to my main man, Kurt Hurst. What's up, Hursty Cakes? Kurt's RV Service and Repair. Any type of issue for any type of RV, camper, trailer, fifth wheel, you name it, he's fixed it. They have a parts inventory as well. Look, we all buy stuff online, whether you want to support local or not, and we like to. There are certain items that you just prefer to buy online. I get it. Well, in the RV business, not really so much. Don't get caught ordering the wrong part because you get this fabulous online deal. Just go to Kurt's RV Service and Repair in Island City and check out their extensive parts inventory. I know people in the RV business that still go to Kurt's to buy parts at Kurt's RV Service and Repair. Shout out to Rod, the whole crew. Appreciate you guys there at Kurt's RV Service and Repair. Dodsy, we've all probably experienced this, whether you're in management or whether you are the employee. Here's the example. Let's say that I am with my employer. I said, okay, well, hey, on Monday, I'm not going to be able to work because my left shoulder is sore and I just had surgery and they said I have to stay off it. So, boss, I can't work Monday because of my shoulder. And the boss says, okay, no sweat. But on Sunday night, I'm posting pictures on Facebook where I'm out with the Chucklehead universe and I'm at the bowling alley and I'm bowling and I'm having cold beers and I'm hanging, high-fiving, I'm bowling. I bowl with my right hand. Does my boss have a right to be a little upset with me, maybe when I come in on Tuesday, ready to work again, saying, hey, we gave you Monday off because you said your left shoulder was bugging you, but you're at the bowling alley till 1 a.m. doing the midnight rock bowl. Does the boss have a right to be upset? Yeah, I mean, because I'll tell you this. The reason Le'Veon Bell, this is exactly what happened to Le'Veon Bell. Exactly. And the Jets are a little upset with him. Le'Veon Bell was not well enough to play on Sunday for the Jets, but it didn't stop him from a little late-night bowling excursion on the eve of the game. And Adam Gase was upset by this. He said that no team rules were violated, but it just looked bad. And I guess that's the case, too, in my experience, in my example that I gave you. You know, hey, it's my left shoulder. That's why I'm not coming to work on Monday. But I can still go bowling until midnight the night before and hang out and drink and stuff with my buddies because, hey, it's my left shoulder, Dodsy. I'm not using that to bowl.
Well, yeah, that one's tough, Johnny. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. What's
I would say you have a
What's in your
I think you have a
Dodsy?
responsibility to if you're employed, you have a responsibility to your, not just the franchise, but your teammates to not be doing that.
Le'Veon Bell, too. I mean, whether there's a pecking order of employees, if there is, Le'Veon Bell is very high on the Jets employee pecking order. He's their most profitable. I mean, he's their most expensive asset.
Yeah.
Does he make the most money on that team?
He's
if not
got to.
Close to it. And he's not, he can't play in the game, but he can bowl till midnight. Now, they don't have a rule against this. Fine. It's kind of one of those things where, it just doesn't look well. When I show up to work the next day after this happens, I'm not going to get fired for it, but the boss isn't going to come in and go, hey, ball game, what's up? All right. Hey. He's just going to, we've all had that. You get into work and the boss, you can just tell they're kind of in a kind of a quirky, odd type of mood, and you don't know what's bothering them, whatever, if it was you or somebody else, but that's an odd situation. I'll just tell you this. The Jets. Right? The Jets. This type of stuff always seems to find these type of franchises. The Jets, the Browns, right? The Mariners, the Knicks, your Padres. I mean, there's certain bumble turd franchises where, of course, this happened to the Jets. We'll never hear the Patriots. They might be cheating, but they're not having dudes bowling a night before a game that they can't play. Bill Belichick would cut you. And I think everybody has that fear. Maybe Le'Veon Bell doesn't because he is, their the biggest commodity. They're the most expensive asset. But just, of course, this is just the Jets. This is why they have one shining moment. It's Joe Willie Namath flagging the old number 1 running into the tunnel of the Orange Bowl 50 years ago after Super Bowl III. That's it. The Jets have nothing else. What, the Mark Gastineau sack dance? What, some Rex Ryan fart knocker teams? They don't have anything. They have Joe Willie with the old number 1 that was 50 years ago. And it just seems like it's crazy where, because it is, you have to think it's a coincidence. It's been different ownership, different general managers, different coaches, different players, but the Jets just seem to remain the Jets. Dotsies.
Agreed.
Dotsies.
Agreed. I don't really have much to say that can add to that. I mean, that's what happens. And by the way, Le'Veon Bell's the 3rd highest paid Jet.
That's what I want.
Behind C.J. Mosley and Tremaine Johnson.
C.J. Mosley.
Yeah, C.J. Mosley's got like $51 million guaranteed, 5-year, $85 million, and then Tremaine Johnson has $45 million guaranteed, 5-year, $72.5 million.
Shout out to my boy Gator. He's chomping at the bit, no pun intended there, to call in on this, and we are working with that. Again, this is the soft opening. We hope to have every bell and whistle working by Friday. That will include our hotline, and we're excited about that. Ball game show, lots of stuff coming. Let's get that Dodsey 6-pack and the spiciest. We're going to call it the Ghost Pepper Challenge. Coming up, brought to you by Marketplace Fresh Foods. This is going to be a fun hour, Dodsey. It's about 4:19 in the Pacific Time PM as we're currently recording this, no matter how you're consuming this. And again, the Ball Game Show, a lot of different platforms. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. Dodsey, get us out of here, man. Ball Game Show.
1, 2.
Shout out to the crew that's chomping at the bit to call in this program. Osseo Joe, you're watching, and our boy Osseo is just waiting to call our new hotline. It's coming. It should be ready as early as tomorrow, as late as Friday. Shout out to my boy Greg Blackman, GB. You want to talk championships? You want to talk title winners in the insurance game as well? Talk about my boy Greg Blackman, your local Farmers Insurance agent. This guy is a champion on and off of the insurance game field. 3-time NAIA College Baseball World Series champion at Lewis and Clark. They do a terrific job. Great program there. His son, GT, is playing there right now. So Greg, he has continued what Terry Hughes has given to him as a retired, retired agent, all in the game, as he does such a terrific job of. And over there, GB, my man at Farmers Insurance, Greg Blackman. Dodsy, we have a 6-pack, and has it hit you yet that, like, again, we're opening the worm store. It's opened. Like, we're really doing it, Hair. Like, waking up in the morning, we're doing this for a living. We're this is our only job. We make our living by doing this, and
it's crazy.
It's gonna be fun, man.
It's crazy, man. It's really crazy. Like, a year ago, if you asked me if I got to wake up every day and do something that I've dreamt about doing, I would have been like, probably not. But here we sit.
It's not too late.
It's crazy
for dreams
right?
to come true.
Absolutely, man. It's
not
crazy.
Too late for dreams to come true. Okay, brought to you by Farmers Insurance. Greg Blackman, our Dodsy 6-pack. Let's roll.
Gentlemen, the drinks are on the outs.
It's time for a Dodsy 6-pack, featuring sports trivia, pop trivia, and everything Dodsy.
Pour it softly, pour it gently, and pour it to the brim.
All right, explain to our viewers, what the hell is a Dodsy 6-pack?
So basically, we have this little ongoing competition. Johnny sits at about roughly 60% right now. And we kind of made a bet at the beginning of football season, and we'll see how it pans out. I don't know exactly what the punishments are. We've talked about some things in the past. But basically, he answers 6 questions, and I keep a tally, and it's everything from sports trivia, which is the most of it, but there's also a little bit of other things thrown in as well. Like I read some lyrics, which today's going to be really hard for me not to sing it.
Okay, I like it when you sing it. It helps me.
Yeah, I know. Which I'm going to have to really, really focus. But let's get it going.
All right, Dodsy 6-pack. Question number 1. What you got?
Question number 1: the Philadelphia Flyers of the '70s were known as the quote-unquote Broad Street what?
Look, there's a great documentary on HBO, also narrated by the wonderful Lib Schreiber. It's called The Broad Street Bullies. You had players like Sergeant Schultz, Dave Schultz, who set records in the NHL for time spent in the penalty box that will never be broken, Kyle.
Yeah, Schultz
I love it. Sergeant Schultz, still a very popular jersey to buy for Philadelphia hockey fans, and they haven't had, Schultz hasn't played a game in 40 years. Yeah, the Broad Street Bullies. Great question, Kyle, and I recommend that documentary for everybody. It's another good one.
1 point. Question number 2. Who was the cover athlete of the video game NBA Live 99?
Okay, NBA Live 95, the first game that came out. It was like the Orlando Magic and the Houston Rockets on the cover. I'll never forget that because I loved
one
that
athlete
game. This was 1999.
99.
So I'm guessing it's someone who was real hot back then. It's not Vince Carter. He wasn't half man, half amazing yet. It wouldn't be Tim Duncan. He's too boring. 1999. Jordan wasn't around. Scotty was a Houston Rocket at the time. Dream wasn't really the Dream anymore. This was a transitional period for the NBA, and ratings dumped dramatically because Michael was gone and there was no other megastars. The biggest megastar of that time, and I'm guessing it wasn't Shaquille O'Neal either, because that would probably make this question too easy, Dodsy.
Yep, you know me better than that.
1999, the cover of NBA Live. I love that game. I'm sure I had this game. Penny Hardaway?
Nope.
Steve.
You get one more guess.
Steve Francis.
Nope. You're going to be surprised by this, Johnny. It was actually Antoine Walker.
Antoine, employee number 8, got an NBA Live cover, which I shouldn't say this, but the money he received from there, I'm sure he.
Yeah, crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Antoine Walker.
Okay. Dodgy
How did he
six
get
packs.
on the cover? I mean, he
Dude,
was
that's
good.
a tough
but,
question.
Yeah,
man,
that
but
is. I
that's
know.
why we like these
Yeah.
6 packs. But there's not anybody watching this show right now that got that either.
Unless they had the game.
Well, they probably Googled it or something
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
That dude had the game. That
I
game
can't
was 20
monitor
years
you as
ago,
well.
Dodds.
I can't monitor you as well when you're.
Yeah, I'm not looking.
Yeah.
You can, if I'm typing, you can accuse me of something.
I'll throw something at you.
You know, I got somebody on my Facebook Instant Messenger that's messaging
Hitting you up,
me this
yeah,
stuff. Now, all
probably.
right, what's next, Dodzy? Six
All right,
pack?
so here we go. Question number 3. Who is the only person to have won a Super Bowl as a player, an assistant coach, and a head coach? One person.
One guy's coming to mind.
Who?
Iron Mike Ditka.
Boom.
Okay. Dodsy.
2 for 3 today.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah.
He won it as a player with the Cowboys in 71, assistant coach with the Cowboys in
Cowboys.
72, and then, of course, your 85 Bears.
Chicago Bears is
Yeah.
a head coach. Iron Mike Ditka.
This next one's going to be tough for me not to sing,
All right, man. What's this?
Okay, 90s hip-hop song. Lyrics, you tell me the artist and the song.
You got to turn the background music down, though.
I will.
Thank you.
You want it all the way off, don't you?
If you don't mind, just for this question,
All right.
and turn it back up.
All right, here we go. I'm sweating in the drawers, yeah. Hard and long, yeah. Want to walk it like a dog, yeah. Break you off, yeah. Get mine, you gon' get yours, yeah. That for sure, yeah. You messing with my nerves, yeah. And to the curb, yeah.
God, it's not lyric. It's not. Is it lyrical? I'm trying to think of the word. You can turn the background music back up to be like Talib Kweli or Most Def. They
No.
would have better. They're more of a wordsmith than that. It's
It was
almost
a
like
huge song.
it's almost like
1999.
It feels like
Huge.
somebody like DMX or something like that, like her, like some Ja Rule.
You're kind of on the right path, but not now.
Right now, yeah, this is a good one, man. Late 90s, hip-hop
99.
lyrics, 99.
Probably song of the year.
Probably the song of
Yeah,
the
I
year.
mean, everybody was bumping it.
Oh, gosh. Jump on it, my pony.
No, that was way before
Ride it,
99, dude.
ride it. You got me, man.
It's Juvenile. Back that ass up.
I said,
you said
Juvenile.
Ja
I
Rule.
said Ja Rule.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
Ah,
I mean,
yeah, it
like
was
the Hot
Juvenile.
Boys, Juvenile, they taught mainstream how to walk it like a dog, basically.
Good one, man. Good one, man.
All right,
you
let's hit.
can turn the background music up a little more too. Nice work.
I hit, let's see. Let's go with number 5. Which is the only team in NFL history to have scored 3 touchdowns in less than 1 minute?
I just got to give you the team name.
Yeah,
3 teeters in less than a minute.
yeah.
This is really hard, man. I don't know the answer, so I'm guessing. The Niners,
No.
Chargers.
Patriots.
Screw them, man.
It happened in 2012 and 2014.
They've done it
They've done it
twice?
twice.
3 teeters in less than a minute. Okay, finally, the Dodsy 6-pack. This is a big one for me. I need it.
So number 6, if you guys don't know, I usually just hand Johnny a point because he's already so far behind. So here's the bonus question. You get, oh, excuse me.
Nice hiccup.
You get a,
Dodsy, too many peppers you're eating during the day, man. That heartburn's messing with you. Look at Dodsy over there, man. Is your camera on? Can they see you? Okay, good. All right, man. Spit it out. What's my final question here, Dodsy?
so you get a point no matter what. What do you think of the new digs? And what do you think about that party on Friday? Like, just take me through it. Like,
Friday's going to be a big day because that's when everything becomes 100% official, and this is what we're going to do. And we're inviting everybody in the community and even extended to come down and hang out with us, during the show. And after the show, we're going to have refreshments and some hors d'oeuvres and fun stuff. We're having a party here at the Brent Clapp Media Services studio in Marketplace Fresh Foods right next door. So come on. We want to see you obviously be a part of that on Friday. And I will take that point because those are tough questions. And I think people that are watching this program are like, dude, yeah, Dodzy, those are tough questions. I'm happy at the ones I got correct. I got the Broad Street Bullies. I got Mike Ditka. I'll take those. So I should have got Juvenile, though. I mean, I was a big fan of that album. I had a girlfriend once that met Juvenile, and I won't go into that story, but I have some background with Juvenile. Anywho.
So what'd you get?
Yeah.
You ended up with 3 for 6 today.
3 for 6, 500, which I'll take in this case. That was a good one. Are you ready
Not
for
bad, not great.
Are you ready for our next one?
The next segment?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm pretty dang excited about it, actually, dude.
Okay, here's what we're doing. Our guy Cade, who works at Marketplace Fresh Foods in their chop shop, and we'll talk about that. This guy says he can handle spicy foods better than anybody he knows. So we're going to play a trivia game. And every sports question that he gets incorrect, he has to take a bite. And Dodsey, it's no holds barred. We're coming after this Yahoo. We are. We're going to come after our boy Cade Bartlett.
All right.
We are coming
do it.
after him. And it's going to be a spicy segment. Don't miss it. Ball game show. Dodsey, get me out of here, my friend. right, welcome back, Johnny Ballgame Show. Loving our new studio, our new format. We ditched the old AM frequency. Now we're just hitting people where they are on their phone, all types of platforms. Tell your friends. We appreciate everybody for being a part of this program. And part of the reason we wanted to go to the online and the TV world, if you will, we wanted to do fun stuff like this. And I love my radio, don't get me wrong. I was raised on it in this business. But there's just certain things that it's tougher to do, way more difficult on radio than it is when you got cameras here. So without anything further, this is my man, Cade Bartlett. He works at Marketplace Fresh Foods in their chop shop, which is a killer thing in its own, and we'll get to that too. But Cade, your first appearance here, hopefully not your last, on the Johnny Ballgame Show. We appreciate you coming on, my friend, and I hope you're ready for what's coming.
Ready as I can be.
Ready as you can be. Let's get a little bit closer to that mic there, Cade. Basically, we have these two things in front of us, and you are known for your skills for being able to eat foods with an extravagant amount of spice. I can't. Medium salsa makes me uncomfortable. What we have here, it looks like a piece of cheese attached on by a toothpick to a pepper that we got at Marketplace Fresh Foods. Cade, what the heck is this?
So it's a habanero pepper with...
Hold on, man. I need you closer to the mic, my friend.
Is that better?
Yeah.
There we
go.
Okay.
All right. My fault.
So it's a habanero pepper stuffed with ghost pepper cheese.
This is ghost pepper cheese.
Yeah.
And that's a habanero pepper on top of it.
And I have not tried the cheese.
Okay.
I have no idea.
On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the greatest, what do you think your skills for being able to handle spicy foods are?
I'm 9.
Okay,
9.
so, folks, 9. That means he's one of the best, certainly in this area, maybe on the planet for this. And you can find Cade at the chop shop there at Marketplace Fresh Foods. And before we get into what we're going to do today, quickly, you're at the chop shop, and that's one of the conveniences that Marketplace has that some of its competitors don't, right? What is it that you do over there, dude?
So Derek and I, and Olivia, we work in the chop shop. And so what customers can do is they can go and buy fresh produce such as peppers, actually anything they want, and they can come and request us to chop it up, and we'll package it in any form that they request. They can say, I want to do fajitas tonight. So we can cut up fresh peppers, onions, and put together a package. So all that labor intensive work is taken out. They can go home and just prepare it.
Like for me, I mean, I'm the type of guy, like, I'm not gonna go home and chop up a bunch of veggies, although I should. I'm not gonna do that. So I can go shopping at Marketplace Fresh Foods, and you guys will do it.
We'll do it. No charge.
No charge?
No charge.
So all I have to do is just shop there, and I get that type of convenience just thrown in.
Yep.
Sounds good to me. Marketplace Fresh Foods. By the way, Tuesday, they have their taco bar, Taco Tuesday taco bar there at Marketplace Fresh Foods. Marco, Lisa, Derek, my boy Cade over here, they always do a terrific job. Okay, here's what we're going to do, dude. You have to take a bite for every question you get incorrect on our sports trivia game that we're going to play right now.
So you just want me to eat the two peppers right now?
You have to take a bite. However you want to decide what big a bite or what type of bite, whether you get both or just the cheese or just the pepper, that's on you, okay? You ready for your first question?
I might as well just eat the whole thing now.
Your scale of 1 to 10, where's your sports knowledge?
Like a 3.
Like a 3. Okay, well, here's your first question. Name to me the Negro League team that Jackie Robinson played for before getting to the bigs and playing for the Brooklyn Dodgers.
No idea.
The Kansas City Monarchs. Eat up, my friend. That's one, Dodsey.
I thought we were gonna go easy on the guy.
Yeah, dude, I can't. I
Come
want to
on.
He wants me to eat the pepper.
Yeah.
He wants me to eat the pepper.
Hey, you set
Start
the
up.
bar high yourself. You're the one that said that
Yeah.
you're a 9 on spice.
Did you know that, Kyle? Kansas City Monarchs?
Of course.
Okay.
That's like the most popular Negro League
It
jersey
is.
there is.
They won massive amounts of championships. Okay, so here's the first one that goes in. Next one, Jim Boeheim is a college basketball coach for this prestigious university. Speak into the mic.
I'll give you one hint if you want.
Can you give hints?
Yeah. I can do whatever I want. I'm the producer.
Okay, what-
Dodzy. All right, give him a Dodzy
I'll give you
hint.
one
Give
hint.
him a
I don't
lifeline.
think it'll even help him.
You probably won't.
Honestly. Carmelo played there. Carmelo Anthony. In college.
No idea.
Okay, the Syracuse Orange. Take a bite, my friend. All right, we're 2 for 2. Dodzy, I mean, is this like, have you seen the movie Stand By Me?
Have I seen the movie Stand By Me?
Yeah.
Of course.
They're in the junkyard, and there's the dog named Chopper.
Yeah, Chopper.
And Chopper,
Sick
sick.
balls.
Yeah, right? That's what I'm the habanero. This is Chopper. I'm the junkyard owner, and he's the kids from Stand By Me. Play along. That's what
Hey,
we're doing here.
Those habaneros, if they're the same ones that Derek used in his salsa, they got a little heat to them. I like heat. And I went over and I tried the mango habanero salsa over there.
Yeah.
And he said he used 6 of them in 30 pounds of salsa. And I still got a little bit of heat off it.
Let me tell you this. My eyes are beginning to water a little bit just by this thing just being here. I'm not joking. I sense the spice. Give us an update, Cade. How you feeling?
Warm.
It's a little warm in there.
It's a little warm.
Where are you from?
We'll allow it.
Oh, you're from Wallowa?
Yeah.
Okay. Born and raised in.
Born and raised.
What's the best thing to do up in Wallowa if someone's going to go up there for a vacay? What'd you recommend?
Go to the lake.
All right, he's going to go to the lake. Okay, and you ready for your next question?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's
He's
say.
feeling it.
I haven't
Next
even gotten into the
Close
cheese
to
yet.
No,
the
he
mic.
hasn't even
I
got
haven't got into the cheese.
Yeah, he
No.
hasn't even bit it. This is for the cheese.
He hasn't even touched the ghost peppers yet.
Okay. No, he's ate one ghost pepper. One.
Well, I mean, I got it.
No,
ghost
the ghost pepper's in the cheese.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
That's
Yeah.
hotter than a habanero.
Okay, so here's where we go. Okay, this is gonna be fun. Let's pick it up a little bit here. Slippy, Slappy, Swami, Swanson. Let's say, what college did Shaquille O'Neal play for? Basketball. Remember the big fella in college?
Oh, yeah.
Shaq?
Yeah.
Where did he play college ball? You got to give me a guess at least. If you can't even guess a school, you got to eat that whole thing. New rules.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't know. Chicago.
The University of Chicago, incorrect. Eat up.
You want me the whole thing?
Yeah.
Why don't you
Take
eat
it.
up and we'll tell you.
Take it to the dome.
He ate, okay, took it to the dome. Okay, let's let that sucker heat up a little bit there. Dodzy, like you said, you can handle spicy foods and
Yeah.
handle them pretty well,
Yeah.
better than the average person.
Yeah.
Tell my listeners a little bit, like you were, if you could expand a little bit on this habanero piece of cheese here.
I didn't try the cheese.
Okay, but you said this
I
was
knew I had a show
spicier
to
than
do.
the pepper.
So I tried the mango habanero salsa, and it only had 6 habaneros in a whole 30 pounds of it.
Okay.
I mean,
And so
think about
he's,
that.
he's eating one of them.
Yeah, he's
Well,
eating
full
1/6 of what they put into 30 pounds of salsa.
Okay.
Plus, he just ate the cheese now, which has
Dude, yeah,
ghost peppers in it.
He's crying. I wish we could zoom in because he has tears coming down his eye right now. And
It is hot.
I
It's
officially feel
It is
bad.
hot.
Yeah, he's hurting
I
right
officially
now.
feel bad.
Actually, it's not painful. It's just hot.
Okay, if that's the case, what state
Oh my god.
was Larry Bird from? He was born in this state. He grew up in this state. It's a state that loves basketball. Where's Larry Bird from? Got to give me a state here, Cade.
He's feeling the wrath right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like if he needs to get a question correct, it's like these next couple, so
Yeah.
he can buy himself a little more time.
Right.
And he cannot drink the milk until he gets a correct question. I just made that rule up, too. No milkage until he gets one correct question. Dodzy, you might want... Okay, I was thinking we give him a hint and we use the title of the movie,
Yeah,
the basketball
sure.
movie. It's
Hoosiers.
The Hoosiers.
What?
The
Hoosiers.
Hoosier State.
The Hoosier State.
That is where Larry Bird is from.
It's like one of the probably the most famous basketball state. You would have like North Carolina, which would be pretty famous when it comes to basketball, and
Dodsey, yeah. Not too many hints here. I want to see that.
I'm not
next
giving
time.
it to him.
I want to see tears out of the right eyeball, not just the left.
It's just the left.
Oh man.
Indianapolis.
Okay, he said Indianapolis. If he wasn't on fire right now, that probably would have sounded like Indiana.
Yeah.
I get it.
Or whatever, yeah.
He's all kinds of hot right now. So we're gonna
It is hot.
Judges, we're gonna give him that
Yeah,
one. Okay,
give it to him.
You can drink milk if you want to now.
Nope.
You want to keep this going. You got a girlfriend? You married? What's your situation like?
dang, you didn't know he was coming into that.
All right.
I'd rather eat the pepper.
We aren't even going to
Honestly,
talk about
I would rather have Preparation H cream made out of that pepper than answer that question.
Okay, well, we'll stay away from that question. When you were 12 years old, what did you want to be when you grew up?
When I grew up.
When you were like 11, 12, what was like the big thing that you wanted to be?
A dad.
You just wanted to be a pops.
Yep.
Have you been fortunate enough to be a father yet?
Yep. I was married 10 years, have 3 kids.
Oh, so you were married, you have
Yeah.
3 kids.
Yep.
That's cool, man. I should probably leave that alone, right? God, as a dude Dodsey over there who has 3 kids, who's
same
previously
situation,
been married.
like almost exactly.
Yeah, do I really? I don't think I want to creep around that anymore.
let's just put the like.
Yeah. Okay. Next.
Time out.
Let's go next trivia question. Multiple choice.
Oh, God.
Now you'll love this. Tony Gwynn played his entire career for this California Major League Baseball team: San Francisco Giants, Oakland A's, LA Angels, San Diego Padres, LA Dodgers. Tony Gwynn played his entire career for one of those California Major League teams. Which one was it, Cade Bartlett?
First one.
The first one, that was the Oakland A's or the San Francisco Giants. That's incorrect. I'm sorry, that is wrong. We are on to round 2 here of
Hurt
the
my
Spiceage.
feelings.
And that's Dodsey's favorite player and favorite team, San Diego.
sorry, I didn't
It's
do sports.
San Diego Padres. Yep. What do you think's the best thing for you to do here?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, are you going to take half of
Get
that, or like, what are you going to?
Yeah,
what are we
get up
gonna
and
do
leave.
Here?
Like, what's the situation? I mean, do you go for the whole thing? Do you just go for the pepper? Do you get the cheese now?
I'm just gonna do the pepper and then cheese.
Okay, so he's going to do the entire pepper right now. Okay, sweet. It's got those things inside of
The
it.
seeds,
The
yeah.
seeds.
Did you make these?
It's got a ton
You
of
left the
seeds.
seeds in it?
Derek
Attaboy.
Erickson, the Chop Shop manager over there, he set this up for us. And he said, look, my guy can handle spicy food better than anybody you'll ever bring on this show. And there's somebody better?
He was going around the store saying, they won't do it. They won't do it. They won't do it. I bet Cade won't do it.
And I
was like, I'd do it.
That's what he was doing? Yeah. Pretty good strategy. Dodsey, I think he's holding up. Like,
He's holding up pretty well.
Really stinking well.
I don't know if I give him like a 9 out of 10 like he claimed.
Or I'd
but-
say,
Really?
What about 7?
Yeah, I'll give you a 7.
Thanks.
Dude,
Yeah.
there's hardly any sweat.
Wait till we bring the Carolina Reapers on, and then we'll see if he's a 9 out of 10.
We already talked about this.
Yeah.
What are the Carolina Reapers?
It's worse than all these.
yeah. It's
Have you ever had
the
any?
Pocky chip.
You've never. Oh,
There's
that's the chip.
The chip that comes in the.
I thought it was a sauce too.
There's
Because there's a video of a guy that took a toothpick, dunked it in there, like barely any on it, stirred it into like a big pot of spaghetti sauce, and wanted to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad.
That's your next segment.
Explain the type of temperature that's in your mouth right now, if you could.
It's
Is that the hottest your mouth has ever been?
no.
Do you think after this it will be?
Yeah.
You're going to set a PR, personal record on this.
I mean,
Setting records on the ball game
mic
show.
on fire. No.
Yeah, that mic. Yeah, we're going to have to hose that mic down
Right.
after this. All right, and you're.
It's like mouthwash with gasoline in it. It's like if you were to wash your mouth out with Listerine and
good one.
gasoline.
Never done it.
That's how hot
That's
that
how
is.
hot it is.
I mean, I've come
But
close to gasoline.
while it's on fire. Yeah.
Okay, next one. Let's say I'm gonna say a nickname, and you're gonna have to tell me what player it is. Okay, I'm gonna start. You have to get 2 of them correct. Okay.
Out of how many?
Out of how many?
3.
We only got one lump of
Two
cheese.
out
Here
of
we
three?
go. First
Okay.
one. Nickname Magic.
Magic Mike.
That's incorrect.
This is
Judges,
sports trivia.
we were looking for Johnson.
Not Thunder Down Under.
Irvin Magic Johnson. So he's got to get these next two. Yeah, not the Thunder from Down Under. Dodsey's a season ticket holder of that.
Oh,
Okay, next one. Let's say the mailman. Who am I talking about?
May as well just grab that
Yeah,
toothpick, dude.
just eat up and we'll tell you.
Carl Malone.
Carl Malone, the mailman.
Just
and,
grab the toothpick
here he
and
goes.
do it. Oh.
Oh, he said he's
Oh, he
not going
nibbled
the
it.
whole way though.
Yeah, he-
Last time he took the whole thing. This time he's like, okay, what am I doing here? What? Yeah.
He wants one more question. He wants.
You said
redemption.
you had more questions.
I did. Okay, I have another question. Okay. Sorry, one more. Wait. Are we're done with the nicknames, right?
Yep.
Next topic. Okay, we're gonna do geography. I'm gonna say
God.
the name of a stadium, and I want you to tell me which state that stadium is in.
Now remember, state, not city, because with Indiana, you said Indianapolis, and that's a city, not a state. Just
let's
pointing
see if
that
you
out.
let's see if you can get some of these right. How about this? Yankee Stadium.
What state is Yankee Stadium in? Where do the Yankees play? What state do they play in?
Dodsey, we don't need to expand on this one anymore. Just give me a state.
No, because it ends up being wrong.
Just
Dodsey, we certainly found someone who, I mean, not jack, not squat. That's this guy in sports, and that's okay. I love it. We're meeting a new fan here. Cade, this is going to be a lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
'Cause you're going to have to eat that thing. If you give me a state, Cater. If you don't want me to, if you just
No. I can give you
the Yankees, where they play. Babe Ruth, Joe DiMaggio, Mickey Mantle,
Derek
Derek
Jeter.
It's the Yankees. The number one flagship organization you could say on this planet.
27 championships.
Yeah, the Yankees, the establishment, their Standard Oil, their Walmart.
New York.
Yes, okay,
Boom,
yes.
we got one.
It.
Yeah.
Derek, yes. Love it. Okay. Describe to me what's
You know what? I'm going to turn around and give you like a list of cow breeds, and you tell me what their purpose is.
next week.
Hey, wait.
I got the
difference is-
peppers.
The difference is.
I got the peppers.
Hang on.
I feel bad like I have to do something like, right? I mean, what's at stake for me, Dodds? He got nothing. Like,
No.
I just get to enjoy this. Like, if he's probably right, he deserves a chance to bring
Redemption.
me back.
Yeah,
he does.
definitely.
A redemption. He does.
And
He
I'll
does.
just be the spectator.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, this is gonna be a bad day for me, but I get you. How's the? I mean,
Nope.
eh,
What? You want to know what cow came
not
from?
interested.
You
Yeah.
wanna know-
What type of cow did organic fuel high protein milkshake come from? What type of cow is this?
Well, it's chocolate milk. It came from brown cows.
Okay, brown cow's chocolate milk. Give me an update. What's the heat check like right now, dude?
I'm great, actually.
That's not the hottest you've ever been.
No.
Oh.
Yeah. Look, honestly, this guy's a champion
Yeah.
because we made sure that this was like mega hot. And he's coming here and he's kind of making a mockery out of our whole segment here, Dodsey.
No, I'm not. I
This
can't
guy's,
answer a
like,
question
kicking the
about
door, I'm
sports.
like,
I think I got 2 right.
You yahoos.
Yeah, but we
Yeah.
don't care about
one
the
and a
sports.
half.
All
We
right,
don't care
next-
about the sports, though. We just wanted to make.
Why
to
didn't
make
you just ask
suffer.
me to do that?
Really?
Next one, okay? You ready for the next stadium?
Yeah.
Next geography?
Yeah.
Wrigley
Hit it.
Field.
Ooh.
Wrigley Field. Preferably give me the state, but if you give me the city, we'll probably give you a hall pass on that one. Wrigley Field, Cade. Wrigley Field.
Do I get a hint at all?
No.
What should we? The
Yeah.
Ivy? What the
Yeah,
Like
friend-
yeah.
the
East
friendly
United States or
confines?
West United States?
How about
Oh,
the middle?
Yeah, I'll give him he has to name the state that it's in.
I can, Dodgy,
Oh.
that's hurting my nose from here.
Yeah, it's probably hot. I would imagine it's hot.
Are you gonna sniff it? I don't want to eat it now.
I didn't touch it though, but it is hot.
You gotta talk into the mic.
He's
Listen
gonna
to
take
this
your
guy.
job next week.
Listen to this guy. All right, man. I need to know. You can't distract me. No more distractions on this. Wrigley Field. Give me a city or a state. Let's go. Come on, Francis.
Texas.
Texas,
Eat up.
incorrect. It's Illinois, Chicago. The Chicago Cubs play at Wrigley Field, the friendly confines, and there it is.
I said east or west. You said
Middle.
Yeah,
Chicago's like right in the middle.
middle.
The Midwest, man. Middle, right? What are you thinking? Oh, you thought Texas in the middle? Why don't you just
he
meet
thought
me
Texas
in the middle?
because he had cows on his mind.
Right? All right, where are we going to go with this, Kyle? Like, how is this guy going to withstand this thing?
I don't know. I think maybe in the next week or two we're going to have him back on, and you guys are going to have a competition maybe. But the thing is he don't handle hot. Johnny can't do it.
It's going to have to be something that doesn't involve hot food.
Yeah.
I'm going
He's gotta get
to I'll be a mess. Let me ask you this. Okay, what is on the 4th Street Bistro? Highly recommend the food there. What's on the menu for Wednesday? A little quiz here for your work, and you got your boss right over there. If you flunk
Put
this,
him on the hot
dude,
seat.
you're busted. He's going to rip you.
Well, for one, I don't work in the bistro.
Oh, touche.
So he gets a pass on.
Good answer.
What
Should be. Let's see.
What is it? What's the daily menu? What's the special on Wednesday?
Stuffed chicken breast with broccoli, like a broccoli and pepper with a cheese sauce and a rice piccati.
Check this out, Dodsey.
You nail it.
Chicken breast stuffed with broccoli, red bell pepper, cheddar cheese sauce, creamy garlic, Parmesan pasta, and roasted asparagus. The soup is one of my favorites, red potato chowder. Nice job. Like he nailed that 100%, I would say. And you're right. You don't even work in the bistro. You're the chop shop guy. Hey, what's the worst accident you've ever had with a knife? Have you ever cut a finger off or anything? No, we're good. I see a cut
got
right
'em all.
there.
Well, that was from.
Is that
punching
from work?
something. No,
What'd you punch?
Huh?
What'd you punch, dude?
a cutting board.
You punched a cutting board?
Yeah.
What, did you not slice the pepper into enough pieces? And you're like, damn it. Why'd you punch
I didn't punch it here. I punched it at home.
Yeah, I know. Well, why'd you punch it on? What made you mad?
I'm trying to remember now. Oh, because my youngest son was helping me cook, and he ended up putting 6 tablespoons of sugar in our chili instead of salt.
So Pops punched the cutting board.
hey, that's better than punching people.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Are you the type of guy, like, when you get upset at something, you're a puncher? Like to punch your way out of stuff?
Mm-mm.
No, me neither.
No.
I meditate.
No, you don't.
Good
Yeah, I do.
choice.
How do you think I got through the peppers?
When you meditate, like, tell me where you go. What's your happy place?
Right here, Johnny.
Bold. Give me a heat check. You've had 2. Dodzy, he ate both of them, dude.
Yeah, 2
we're
habaneros
done
and
here.
2
he
good-sized
hasn't-
chunks.
Has he
of-
drank any of this yet?
No.
He hasn't had anything to drink, and we've had him on stage now for about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
The segment's going way longer than we thought, but we're having fun.
The heat's gone.
He's already
I don't
gone?
even need the milk.
Oh, we got to up the ante next time.
This
We
guy's
got
a-
to. Yeah, we have to.
Yeah, unless
We got to up the ante.
you know what we need to do. I'm sorry, Kyle.
I have to go against him.
I'm sorry, man. You have to eat one of these so you can at least say, hey.
He'd probably be
it's-
able to do it.
You know,
Well, I
You
can
do
do
it.
it easy.
so we need to have Dodsy eat one.
I'm not doing it today.
Dodsy,
Not right now.
why not?
I might not make it through the show. I don't know how hot it is.
Well, okay.
I already had the hiccups once, which
Scale.
was weird.
You did. That was
Yeah.
weird. Scale of 1 to 10. How much heat can you handle? He says he's a 9. What do
Well,
you?
yeah.
He said he was a 9. What do you think you are?
7.
So,
7,
okay,
6.
what would you say if he says he's a 7 and he's a legit 7? Would you could he eat one of these and still do the rest of the show?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He's not even phased.
His
What am
eye
I supposed
was
to be
watering.
doing?
There were tears coming down
His eyes
face.
are very, very
Yeah,
glossy
he
right
is
now.
phased.
Can I ask you to remove your hat? Dude, there's no sweat. I'm sweating more just from these lights shining on
Right,
us in the
yeah.
studio.
I was gonna say it's the lights.
All
are
right,
hot.
well, that kind of backfired on us, Kyle.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, we thought we were going to get this guy, not like puking, but it was going to be a really rough deal for
Hey,
him.
I'm calling out Carlito on this too. Carlito, you're next.
That's the EOU men's basketball coach who says he can handle the spice, too.
Yep.
Right now, I'm sorry, but Cade Bartlett is in the JBG Hall of Fame for handling the spice. He ate both of them, dude.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you made a mockery of our whole segment, Bartlett.
Not really.
Luckily,
I mean,
Market-
now I have to go home and like listen to my entire family that watch this.
Shout out to the Bartlett family
Yeah.
crew.
Yep.
This guy's a champion.
Yep.
I'm really impressed, man.
Yeah.
I mean, Dodsy, people are probably like, that's not even hot. Is this the hot? Okay.
It is hot.
Yeah.
I mean, it is hot.
Okay, yeah, okay. Is that the hottest your mouth has ever been right now?
No, I mean, if you were probably to like take that pepper, stuff it full of wasabi, and then put that ghost pepper cheese in there, that probably would have done it.
You know, we should hire him to be the spice doctor. So whenever we have someone coming in with the spice, Cade makes it up.
Yeah. Or
I trust his opinion.
Yeah, he can whip us up something and then he can taste it first and
Yeah,
tell
he
us
can-
how
yeah,
hot
yeah.
it
There you
is.
go.
Hey, what about the lippage? Are your lips hot right now? Like, where's that? I mean, because usually with that stuff, lips are on
Oh yeah.
fire.
No, they were tingling.
I'm gonna ask him tomorrow about the back end. The back end, yeah,
That took a while for me to hit that one.
because the back end's, it
Yeah.
might not be real comfortable
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Sometimes you don't pay now; you pay later.
Paying on
Think
the
this
back
is one of
side.
those?
I sure hope not.
You guys, Cade Bartlett from Marketplace Fresh Foods, a big friend of the Johnny Ball Game Show. When you come down here, you can watch our shows here at Brent Clapp Media Services Studio, and you can grab a beer. You can check out the 4th Street Bistro. And like you were saying, you buy veggies, you buy anything that needs a chop in or could stand one at Marketplace Fresh Foods. You just bring it to the chop shop, and you guys do that on the house.
Yeah. So if you're shopping, just make sure you go up to the register, purchase your produce and your vegetables first.
Yeah.
And then have us chop it.
And then you
Yeah.
buy it first, and then you
And
go
you
there
and you can. I mean, we've had people. Come
do you
up-
take tips? Because I'd want to probably.
Yeah, is there a tip jar?
I've never
Can
had
I
one.
Give you a couple
I mean,
of
if you
bucks?
want to start telling people,
If
to,
you do
I
a
mean-
really good job chopping that stuff,
Well, yeah, you tip the sushi chef.
Yeah,
like,
you're right. I mean-
there's a little cup. There should be a cup
you
of
definitely
it.
you dip your
no,
chop
because
shop
it's
chef.
just it's just a service that we do. It's,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, hey, dude, appreciate this.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming
appreciate it.
on.
Much appreciated.
Guys, Cade Bartlett of Marketplace Fresh Foods, and we thought we were going to get somebody today, but this guy smoked us, Dodsy.
Yeah, he
we
did.
look like idiots here.
Yep.
This guy's completely okay.
I don't think this will be the first. Well, it's not the first time, and it's definitely not going to be the last time we look like idiots.
No,
Hey,
that's
but
for darn
hey.
sure. Yeah.
You got some chocolate.
You'll give me the chocolate milk?
I don't
will
need
He
gladly
doesn't even
take
need it.
I'm going to take it.
Yeah, put some protein in there.
I'm going to
maybe.
chug this once we take our break. All right. Appreciate you guys. Johnny Ball Game Show. We'll be right back. that didn't exactly work out how we planned, but you got to give credit where credit is due to our boy Cade over there, Dodsy. He ate both those things, and we were warned, oh, yeah, do not eat more than one of them. And if he's fronting, he's putting on a hell of a front, right? I think he just absolutely handled that.
Yeah, he was legit, dude. I mean, yeah, I think honestly, I think when I eat that pepper and cheese combination, it's going to affect me a lot more than it affected him.
Our boy Alex, who's works here at Eastern Oregon Alive, you see him on the News-ish Roundup. He said he won the EOU jalapeno tournament 2 years in a row, and we're already getting people who are contacting the show, among others, who want in on the next one. So there's a lot of people who like to handle the spice and think they can, and we will have room for you on this show.
Bring it.
A couple of times, Johnny, of course, this is the mayor, okay?
Yeah.
What do you think the mayor's going to talk about in this email?
He's probably going to promote something.
You know the mayor.
Yeah, he's promoting something.
Here's the mayor on Johnny Ballgame
He's
Show at
hustling.
gmail.com. Mayor says, Johnny, the chop shop at Marketplace Fresh Foods is the bomb. I've used it multiple times.
Agreed.
Thank you, Caleb, on that. But heck yeah, man. Chef Wally says, dude, I got chili for that guy. Like Chef Wally
will try to kill the poor
can
guy.
handle the heat. And he also likes the wake and bake griddle. Did you have that on the background?
Oh, yeah, I did.
The wake and bake,
yeah,
the wake and bake griddle.
Yeah.
Looks like I love it, man. Good stuff. Appreciate everybody emailing and texting the program as you can do. It's easy peasy. So don't forget to do that, and we'll get you in this. We will get you in on this. Let's see. We have 21 people are together watching the ball game show somewhere, and apparently they're not working, and they want me to shout them out. Is that Osseo? I don't know where you guys are working from. Let us know.
Right.
We'll shout you out. 21 people aren't working. They're watching this show. We appreciate that as well. So, man, I don't know. I'll tell you this. I was a little reluctant. I think a lot of us were leaving radio and doing this format. But the email and the text box are blowing up. And the contributions are great. Everybody's wow, dude. Like, yeah, this Dodsy, we might not have to quit doing this.
That would be all right.
You know,
right?
Yeah. So yeah, you guys have been awesome. There's too
Yeah.
many emails and text messages to read right now, but yeah, people want to get in on the hot sauce challenge there. Shout out to the crew at LeGrand Country Club. Dana London's done a fabulous job. And speaking of good food, they have a great menu and they do great work in their kitchen at the LGCC. And for holiday parties, I know theirs are going up pretty much every day, Dodsy. That's a great venue to have a party.
Yeah.
They have a full bar. They have a dance floor. They have a great chef. It's a lot of room. Like, I'd recommend it for any type of holiday party, a graduation, heck, a fantasy football draft. You could have it there.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a member to rent the room out at LeGrand Country Club, and they give you great prices, too.
They also have that little room down below, too, with its own little bar.
That's what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
okay, yeah.
You're right?
And you have the big bar up
And
above. And
it's a great
yeah,
venue.
It's legit, yep.
I've seen people, a couple of friends of mine got married there, and just the views, and I can be like, okay, I could get married here. I think that might work. Hopefully Baby Doll's not listening or watching because I'm not going for we're talking mayor yet.
She's saying, if you like it, then you better put a ring on it.
Gotcha. Yeah, shout out to Diasio and the boys over there. What else are we doing, Dodsy? I know we got a couple of things we wanted to get to, some EOU, get back there a little bit. And I was watching the Monday night game last night. And up until the Eagles finally won, like, it's one of those wins, like, okay, you won, take it, I guess. But that fan base in Philly at Lincoln Financial Field, they were booing their team.
The whole first half, pretty much,
I guess rightfully so. But it stood out to me, and I made some notes that I wanted to talk about today with where, like, at what point, I mean, do you boo the hell out of your team? I mean, obviously in areas like Philadelphia, they've made it kind of who they are. We're the town that boos you if you're not performing up to the standards that we have set for you. we're going to boo you. And a lot of times I think that some of those northeastern cities, they hold their teams accountable more than I think we do out west. I think they're more critical of their teams than we are. So I want to talk about that a little bit too. Maybe get back to the Patriots. What is this? Spygate Part 2?
Yeah.
Maybe get there a little bit to Part Doe. But yeah, let's just take a real quick one. Give us a minute or so, maybe 90 seconds. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. You got yourself the Johnny Ball Game Show. I'll tell you this, Dodsy. These chairs are nice, man. Like, this is by far the most comfortable chair I have ever sat in my 10-year career in talk show hosting. We got it. Yeah, you're liking yours too. And we're not easy on chairs. I'm moving around all the time.
Right.
You're bigger than the average dude. Like, we're not a chair's best friend.
No.
And these chairs are loving us, man. We got them at Northwest Furniture and Mattress. Anything from office chairs, desk chairs like we're sitting in here, recliners, all types of love seats, couches, the top sleep center you're going to find in Northeastern Oregon. Sean Daggett does a great job. Their entire family owned and operated, and they've been around a long time. They got the big red rocking chair on the roof on Elm Street in LeGrand, and Northwest Furniture and Mattress. Don't go anywhere else, I'm telling you. All right, a couple of things I wanted to get to here, Dodsy. As far as where the Patriots are, and I think we have a lot of time to get back to what the Patriots are doing. Okay, and maybe we'll go back there later today, maybe tomorrow. I just wanted to spend a brief second because I know you're a big baseball guy, and I thought baseball was in this transition, maybe even a crisis for the players, because we just saw, for example, Bryce Harper leaving Washington, signing the $300 million contract with the Philadelphia Phillies, the rival of his former team, the Nationals. And we also saw your boy, Manny Machado, leave the Dodgers and sign the fattest deal in the history of the Padres organization, who are the rival of the Dodgers. And we've seen those two teams last year, the Padres and the Phillies, really open up the pocketbook and bring in these young star players and pay them, about $300 million each. And the Chargers, the Padres didn't make the playoffs, and neither did the Phillies. Not to mention that, but the previous teams, Manny Machado's previous Dodgers, ran through the National League before losing to Bryce Harper's former team, the Washington Nationals, who went on to win a World Series championship without Bryce Harper. I thought that's where we were going, where baseball finally said, and I just watched Moneyball again last week. I love that movie so much. and I'm a big subscriber to that way of business. I thought we were coming away from these crazy George Steinbrenner era New York Yankees salaries, and then yesterday I see, nope, the team that was saying, see, told ya, didn't need Harper or whatevs, they're signing Steven Strasburg, 7 years, $245 million, and we're seeing that the now former Astro is going to sign with the Yankees for more money than Strasburg's getting to stay in D.C.
It's crazy.
So I guess I'm wrong on that. What's going on here, Dodsey?
Well, so with Machado, first off, let me just touch that part first. Not a huge fan of Machado myself. He is a Padre. That's my team. But I'm more excited about the young talent on the Padres than Machado. But addressing the whole big contracts, players moving teams, I don't think that necessarily spending money, like you said when you touched on the whole Moneyball thing, I don't think that that's the answer, really. I mean, that it gets a guy like Garrett Cole to the Yankees, but does that mean that they're going to win? Not necessarily.
Well,
I mean, Bryce Harper's the great example, the prime example of that. Like I guess I'm just adding to your argument that it doesn't even like realistically the money isn't what like generates these teams making the playoffs. I don't think.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing. But, for you to – if I'm a Yankee fan, if I work for the Yankees, if I'm on the Yankees team and they're going to spend $270 million over 7 years to bring in a pitcher who's going to pitch every fifth day, and in a playoff series no more than 20 innings, probably max, 25, 30 innings, I guess, 3 starts, 9 innings a pop, that type of thing.
Right.
We better win. I mean, or are you in it just to make money? And that shouldn't be how it is, and I don't think it is. I think the Phillies brought in Bryce Harper this year, and they thought they were going to win with him.
Yeah,
I think your Padres, maybe not this year, but they got a lot of young players that people like, and they wanted someone to build their franchise around. More so, yes, for the Padres to sign Manny Machado, the Padres are one of those teams that aren't cool, and they need to be cool, Like, nobody's rocking Padre hats. Nobody buys Padre jerseys unless it's a Tony Gwynn throwback. The Padres aren't cool. They've had years where they have brown and orange uniforms. Stinking ugly, Dodsey. They're not the cool guy. A lot of times, you think you bring in a Manny Machado, and all of a sudden people want to wear your gear. Cleveland Browns, for example, aren't going to go to the playoffs, but they won a lot of style points this year. Bringing in Odell Beckham, Baker Mayfield, very outspoken as well. Their coach even wears idiotic shirts that blame other folks in fights, as stupid as that was for Freddie Kitchens to do. Maybe that's the case, but look, the Yankees have been the cool guy for 100 years. And it doesn't shock me maybe that they're going to spend this money, but some other teams, I mean, for the Nationals, I mean, they just won a World Series saying, hey, he left us, we didn't have to spend all that money, and now they're doing it. I thought maybe baseball was past that.
Yeah. That's a tough one, Johnny. I mean, like it on one hand, you want to say that baseball's past it, but on the other hand, like, who knows? Like, it's just going to be one of those things that we're just going to have to sit here and watch it play out. We don't.
Here's what's different, though, and this is where I say, okay, baseball, kudos. This is better, because this time last year, hell, we went into spring training, and Machado and Harper didn't have a team. JD Martinez a couple years ago before he signed with Boston. The Red Sox were almost complete of spring training, and they hadn't signed him. He was unsigned. So we look at this right now, Dodsey. It's December 10th, and Steven Strasburg's already re-signed, and Cole's going to sign here in the next couple of days. Baseball, you need this. I talk about the cool kids. Baseball isn't one of them. They're not sitting in the middle school lunchroom eating their Lunchables and drinking their Squeeze-Its wearing their Air Jordans. Baseball isn't one of the cool kids, okay? You need to be. That's what's going to help baseball get younger, get hipper, get that millennial vote so to speak, and they need to do stuff like this. So for baseball to come in on a December 10th, where nobody's talking about baseball right now, and steal a little bit of thunder with some of these free agent stuff, that's big. Like, think about the NBA in July. There's no games played, and that's like the most talked about NBA month on the calendar year.
Yeah.
Because every year with their collective bargaining agreement, they got the best players in the world, in the league, every 3-4 years becoming unrestricted free agents. It's awesome. I mean, the Kawhi sweepstakes, we love it. Baseball, if they could do a better job, like if Mike Trout was ever just flat out on the open market or something, or Verlander or Jose Altuve,
Yeah.
that'd be huge for baseball.
I think baseball gets that, and we're starting to see a little bit more of baseball reaching out to the fan base, like not just with players that are open, but like I follow the Padres. That's my team, and this offseason, the Padres did that whole media thing where they're changing their colors again, right?
Yep.
And they brought out like Machado, Hosmer, Fernando Tatis Jr., Rookie of the Year, right? He should have been.
Have they
Rookie of the
announced
Year.
that yet?
I
It
don't
was
know.
Alonso for the Mets.
Yeah, it should have. Well, okay, Tatis, if he plays the whole season, it's
Alonso
more
had
of
50 bombs, dude.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
He
He
plays
set
in
the
New
record.
York.
You're right. You're
Bye-bye.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, my Rookie of the Year. We'll say that. They brought them all out and did a big, huge media spectacle, changing the uniforms back to the brown and.
Yeah, they're going back to the brown.
Here's
the Padres.
I got a picture of it for you guys right here.
You know,
Actually,
they're
here we go.
going back to it. I
Wear that Padres gear. That gear is dope.
Stinking Padres, man. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, man. Ball game show. Appreciate everybody hanging out, but still wanted to get to a couple stuff. Maybe a little bit more on the Patriots. Maybe a little bit more on the Boo Birds last night in Philly were classic. And how about this? The NFL announced today that at the end of the season, it will have a complete and total review of its officiating. That, to me, tells me there's an issue with officials when Roger Goodell's even announcing it publicly.
Thank you.
Yeah, we get it. Officiating in this league stinks, and we're going to figure out a way where we possibly
Johnny,
can save it.
Maybe they heard me comparing them to the CCC refs.
Yeah, maybe, Dodsy.
You never know.
You never know on this.
Right?
We've had a lot of viewers on the show.
Jiminy Christmas, man.
Oh, man, good stuff.
Bad.
Appreciate the crew again at Northwest Furniture and Mattress for helping us make this show a possible program that we're putting together, and we appreciate everybody. Dodsy, we'll be back. Johnny Ballgame Show. Text the program 541-962-7700 on our Northwest Furniture and Mattress text line. Emails JohnnyBallGameShow@gmail.com. You can also comment if you're watching this program on YouTube, if you're watching this thing on Facebook, if you're on the EO Alive website or Facebook page. Leave us a comment, say hello. We appreciate you guys tuning into our program. Dodds, you want to get back to this, and we'll just jump forward to this review of officiating. To me, it tells me that the NFL is aware, and that's the best thing. When you have a problem and you have an issue, the best thing is to realize that. Right, Kyle? I mean, knowing is... most of what is it? The more knowledge is power. The more you know, the less you need. What's the G.I. Joe thing? Real American heroes. Final battle. I can't remember what they used to say at the end of the G.I. Joe. Knowing is half the battle.
Yeah.
Whatever. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Well, knowing is half the battle, I guess, on this, isn't it?
The first step is admitting that there's a problem.
Yeah.
Admit.
I watch NFL.
Simple.
We all do on this show, and I watch a lot of NFL, and I don't find a game where there's not 5 or 6 significant errors in judgment. And most of those errors you could go back and say had a pretty solid issue on the outcome of the game. And that's why, people can disagree with me, and I love it. But that's why I'm a robot umpire guy. That's why I like in the scene of Starship Troopers, where they're playing that futuristic football game, and they do have robot referees flying around. Like, I'm okay with that. I want to do whatever I can to minimize the mistake. I want to minimize human error. I get when these sports were founded and established that human error was a part of them, because you had, humans officiating this, and you didn't even have replay back then. Human error was a huge deal in officiating in all sports 50 years ago. They didn't have replay. They didn't have any of this technology. But now they do, and to me it's like, nah, I'm good. I got my ColecoVision. I got my Atari 2600. I'm playing my Pitfall on my one button. I don't need your Xbox 360. No, we're good here. No, go away. I don't need it. This is fun. To me, it's like in every other facet of every other business, technology has just about taken over entirely. But yet in certain sports, no, we just want to stay in the Stone Age, so to speak, and human error. People make mistakes. It just seems like, well, we could cut down on these mistakes. Where are you on that?
You already know where I stand on that. I'm against the whole robot umpire, referee, everything. I think that the human element adds character to the game.
Yeah,
really,
gosh.
I really do, especially in baseball. And until you can find me a robot that can make a outer safe call at home, then don't. You know what I mean? I'll never be for robot umps. I don't want a robot calling balls or strikes and then a human calling safe and out.
Shout out to Tyson.
For me.
Shout out to my boy Tyson. He says, Johnny, the ColecoVision, a great system back in the day for its time, and he's absolutely right.
Yeah.
When in 1983, 84, before Nintendo really hit, everybody wanted the ColecoVision.
Well, yeah, and then came Atari, right?
Atari, yeah. My brother had a 2600, my older brother, and I
Pong
remember
on
just
the
trying to play Asteroids, trying to play
Super
Pitfall.
Pitfall.
Super Pitfall.
Yeah.
Like, remember the E.T. game on original Atari?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Tanks. Remember Tanks?
The tank game was fun.
That was legit.
Space Invaders. I mean, go on and on.
That's crazy. Like, I was watching a thing online last night about the PS5, the Xbox 2, and what's Google's new one called? Stadia.
Okay.
And the things that these are going to be able to do is absolutely insane.
Think about this. Let's all claim this. We put men on the moon. We sent men into outer space, honestly, you could argue, with less technology that's going into this new Google video game system.
Yeah, way less, way
Right?
less. Yeah,
Like Neil Armstrong and Buzz flippin' Aldrin walked their butt on the moon with less technology than your son uses when he's playing the newest version of 2K.
Dude.
Like, what the hell is this?
The Stadia, the new Google thing, it's the competition for Microsoft and Sony, and this thing is going to be able to tell how much of the bandwidth in your house is being used by other people, and adjust the graphics quality on your screen accordingly, so it doesn't buffer and it doesn't do any. So say like there's 5 people using up a bunch of bandwidth, it won't be 4K. It'll drop down to 720 on its own, seamlessly.
But when it comes to your sports, Dodsy, you still want the ColecoVision?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
You know, I mean, we're
I'll
talking
sit there
all
and
this
play
great
that right
stuff
now.
on technology. They could come up with my Starship Troopers, my robot referees. I mean, like what's that thing you saw, that National Geographic thing, or the where they were studying
artificial
what
intelligence.
mountain goats?
Yep.
The artificial
Yeah,
intelligence.
it's an ad, and it basically it's a thing that they hook up a computer program that'll search through thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of hours of footage, and it'll pick out certain animals. Like if you tell it to pick out an endangered animal, it'll do what a human does in like 10 seconds. Would take a human 10 hours.
So I could find a robot referee to be able to spot a holding or an illegal hands to the face or an illegal touching. We could find we could cure that. We could take the human element out. The referee who grew up a fan of whatever team and just whatever the case is, the coach that yelled at him and he wants to get this guy. I don't know. We could eliminate that. It could be. It would. What do you think? Okay, what do you think would be the first sport to do it? NBA, very progressive league.
Yeah, probably.
Where the NBA
Baseball would be the last.
The NBA, there's no more human refs. You have droids, some drones, whatever, that are floating around, and they can pick up all this stuff, and they have, like you said, they can detect a billy goat from a bobcat, and they can somehow find out, the holding penalties. They program all that stuff in. I mean, I don't know, man. My boy Ryan,
it's crazy.
My boy Ryan Marvin's into it. He says, I like the idea of robot refs, but one thing that will need to be dealt with is hacking the robots for cheat codes.
Right.
Is he being serious on that? I mean, could you imagine? I mean, some dude hacking the robots so they get all these calls to go their way? I wouldn't put that past any sports fan. Luckily enough, those sports fans aren't geniuses like that. If they were, they wouldn't be sports fans, right?
Right.
But could you imagine that? Oh my gosh, the referee computer database system has been hacked into, and they're screwing over the Patriots with all these excess holding penalties. That'd be a funny stinking story, man.
Right. There's been a lot of memes lately about the last couple Patriot games and them getting screwed over by the refs. I don't see it. I don't know.
What, the Patriot games?
Yeah, well, there's just been a lot of memes on Facebook, wherever, social media, saying that the refs have been like Brady's run out of chances
dude,
with
for
them and
me,
all this BS.
There's one fan base that has honest beef with officiating in the NFL.
In the NFL? It's going to come to me.
Come on,
Oh,
Dotsy.
yeah, the Packers.
Nope.
No? What am I missing
Saints.
here? Oh, the Saints, too. Yeah, but the
they
Packers have
like
been pretty
honest
bad
beef.
lately.
I swear, every Saints game I watch, there's like 3 or 4 penalties that I think the Saints get absolutely torched on. I'm like, oh, dude, you're calling that, and you're calling it against the Saints?
Yeah,
like,
right.
No, dude, is it like still Bounty Gate stuff coming back? I don't know. I don't even want to think about that, so let's get the damn robot refs in here.
Yeah, the Packers have been bad this year. There's been some bad.
Officiating?
There's
well, I
been
mean,
some,
Clay Matthews the last couple of years got screwed over on some roughing the passer calls that cost them a couple of games, but I mean, I think for the most part, I think it seems like everybody loves the Packers. They're just a big teddy bear. I don't know. I mean, like Caleb running around town, the mayor talking about his stinking Packers, that type of thing. Speaking of this, though, last night the fans, Dodsy, were just all over the Eagles in that Monday night game, as they should have been. But just real quick on this thing, in your opinion, like, I see no problem for a fan base doing that, shredding your team with the boos when they're not playing up to your standards. Does Philly have it right and most other cities have it wrong?
Good question.
I mean, they kill
That-
people in
yeah,
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia has-
they've thrown snowballs at Santa Claus once.
Right? Yeah, they have the toughest fan base.
They have
in
they have a
sports.
court system. They have a judge who's in the stadium on Sunday.
Right.
And if you get busted for fighting, they just bring you right down there and they give you your citation and your court date and you're good. Like they cut out the middleman. Like they do that in Philadelphia. But do they have it right? I mean, I was watching this last night and they're just shredding their team, just booing the hell out of them. And I'm like, you know what? Even if it was just, that wouldn't happen at Moda Center. That wouldn't happen at CenturyLink. That wouldn't happen, like not even in T-Mobile Park, Safeco Field at the time when the Mariners were awful. If that's Philadelphia, they're showing up every day just to boo them, just to tell them how lousy they are, and to get their stinking act together. It's like parenting. Okay, the Philly fan is the parent that whips off the belt, pulls the pants down,
Whoops
and
that
gives major spankings
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah.
That's Philadelphia sports fan. That's how they handle discipline. They beat the hell out of it's abuse. Whereas in Portland, Seattle seems like it's, hey, we don't want to boo them, be nice about it. But I mean, honestly, I thought that was interesting, and you know, maybe Philly fans do have it right there.
Yeah, you might. Maybe Charger fans need to like take a couple notes, but in all reality, like you
don't
wouldn't
even have
hear
any
three
fans, though.
Chargers anyways. Yeah, you wouldn't
Yeah,
hear
the
three
Charger fans are in San Diego, and
Yeah.
the team isn't there anymore.
There's more Charger fans in Mexico. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
really
a lot
is.
of Charger fans in Mexico.
There
huh?
is, yeah, but I think it's a great part of football. Really, that like I like seeing the fans really get involved and like really care about their team to the point where they're making it personal. I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Me
Love
too.
it.
I mean, your team isn't playing well. You boo the heck out of
Heck
them.
yeah.
And Philly certainly does that, and other teams, other towns won't. I think it's an Eastern thing versus a Pacific thing or a time zone deal. Like, just seems like I don't even know like a diehard Arizona Cardinal fan, and I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm sure they do. But I don't know anybody. It seems like their Cardinal fan is less likely to be like, oh, my team lost. Okay, I'm still going to wake up tomorrow. I'm still going to go to work. I'm still going to pet my dog and whatever. Whereas like a Philly fan loses a big game, they're coming home in a bad mood.
So what you're saying that we're like kind of soft on the West Coast?
Yes.
Yeah.
When it comes to our
When it
sports
comes
teams.
to, I agree.
When it comes to our sports teams,
Definitely.
I think we're softer.
Yeah, way softer. Way
Like
softer.
Yankee fans, like I remember there was a time where the Yankee fan was booing Derek Jeter because he was hitting like 245
yeah.
a couple months into the season. Remember that? Jeter was getting booed.
The only fan base that I would take out of the West Coast in that regard of being soft is Oakland, the Raiders. Their fans are not soft, dude. Their fans are rough.
Yes,
So
but
if
I don't
we-
think they're hard on the team.
No,
I think Raider
no.
fan loves their team. They don't just show
Yeah.
up to boo and tell them they suck.
Yeah, in that regard.
But you're right. They're hard in a sense like, hey,
Dude.
don't show up in our section wearing the other team's jersey
Yeah, we'll
if
cut
you
you.
don't want to get in a fight.
Or cut.
Like, you can go on YouTube, and I've done this. Type in Raider Charger fan fight.
Oh, yeah, they fight like crazy.
There's like 5,000 videos
Yeah.
of games that are either in then San Diego or Oakland.
handful of stabbings.
Yeah. And there's just a million YouTube videos of an actual
It's
game.
crazy.
And it's like a dude in a Seau jersey fighting some dude in a Tim Brown jersey. There's so many Charger and Raider fan fighting
I love watching those videos of any teams.
fights in the stands.
Oh yeah, dude.
I know. That's
It's
kind of a
always
guilty
just
pleasure for me
drunken
too.
tirade.
It's
like,
kind of a guilty pleasure.
it's
It's like
fun.
you want to just say, dude, you're a grown man or woman.
Get over
What the
it.
hell are you doing?
Yeah.
You have kids. You have a job. You have a mortgage. You have a car payment. Why are you getting in a fight at a sporting event? Like, get a life.
Right.
There's this aspect of it. Just get a life. But at the same
Absolutely.
time, like, I watch them too, man. I watch them too.
guilty.
there was this guy. I'm at a Seahawk game once. They're playing the Houston Texans, okay? And this Yahoo in a J.J. Watt jersey comes up and sits right in front of us, okay? The guy I was sitting next to, I didn't know who he was, but he was a season ticket holder. And this Texan fan was being really loud. And the guy sitting next to me is like, hey, this guy in front of us, that's not his seat. Because I know the two people who have those seats because I'm a season ticket holder.
Yeah.
This isn't his seat. And I'm like, well, where are the people? He's like, I don't know. They just didn't show up today. But that's not his seat. Or they were there earlier and they left. So a security guy came up, Dodsey, and
You guys ratted him out?
me being an idiot, a rat, he was being loud and obnoxious. I went to the security and said, security, that's not his seat.
That's messed up.
That's not his seat. And the guy turned around and he's like, screw you. Yeah, it is. It's my seat. I'm like, no, ask him. Ask him for his ticket. Ask him for his ticket. And then everybody else around was saying the same thing. No, that's not his seat. Like all my Seahawk friends jumped on him. So what they did was the guy, the ticket guy's like, you have your seat? He's like, no, I lost it, whatever. Like, you didn't lose it. That's not your seat. So he left, okay? And he was angry.
Oh, yeah.
And he was ticked off looking at me like, dude, I want to bust you up. Anyway, and I was like living him like little Damian Lillard, bye, walk off, like, say ya. And he looked at me and he goes, this is funny.
Oh, I know this story,
He
but
said-
finish it off.
Yeah, he said, he's like, I'm going to mess you up, you little fat ass. He called me a little fat ass.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah. It was like the first time in my life anybody had called me fat. So that's what he told me.
Welcome
And I
to
was
the
like,
club.
Yeah. I was like, see ya, bud. Like and here's the deal. Like it irritated me, and I honestly I would have loved an opportunity. I thought I would beat the hell out of this guy. To be honest, I was upset. Like I almost thought about it. Like screw this guy. I'm gonna fight him right here in the game. And then there was just like this. This is weird for me. Like this big, adult fire alarm that went off in your head. Like, no, you're not going to get a fight in this game. And that was the game a couple of years ago. Seahawks Texans. Russell Wilson to Jimmy Graham with about 20 seconds left. Won the game. It was one of the great Seahawks games I've ever been to. But yeah.
Wow.
Called me. Appreciate the crew over at Rockin' Sons Tire and Auto. It does not get more local than Rockin' Sons. You're going to need snow tires. It's going to be a rugged winter. You're going to need Rockin' Sons Tire and Auto. You get in a jam, you need a tow, 25-hour towing. JB and the boys at Rockin' Sons. Visit rockandsons.net. Goodyear, Hercules, I'm talking name brand, the finest in tires over there on Adams Avenue at Rockin' Sons Tire and Auto. Dodsey, we still got some stuff. Our final segment. Last night we did our whole burn in hell thing, and that it just didn't feel right.
No.
So we're gonna.
It didn't sit well.
It didn't.
No.
We're working on our final segment of the program, trying to make it something that's going to, keep you guys sticking around.
Yep.
So we're going to experiment with a new version of the final segment when we come back. We got one more segment. Hang around with us just a little bit and give us a yay or nay on this thing. Ball Game Show. We'll see you in a second. Come back, Johnny Ballgame Show, wrapping this thing up on a working title for our final segment. Just kind of, I don't know, stuff you find on the internet, which is just horrible and deplorable. And sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's sad, sometimes it's a little in between. We're not talking about burning anywhere or anybody today, Dodsy, but we are talking about some crazy folks, man. Not just necessarily a Florida man type of thing on this, but maybe it was. Dodsy, what were you able to find craziest stuff on the internet that you saw today?
Okay, Johnny, this one, I mean, like, dude, like, seriously, I don't really understand it, but they put some cowboy hats on pigeons in Vegas.
Wow.
Because the finals rodeo's going on, and I don't know if it's them basically promoting the rodeo or what, but I guess there's just pigeons showing up with Cowboys hats. Yeah, cowboy hats on. Yeah.
I don't know whether to think that's sad or think that's funny. Because, like, if I was in Vegas and maybe I'm not sober and I'm walking around and I see a couple of pigeons with a cowboy hat on, that might really freak me out. I mean, get your phone out fast enough. And again, how did they do this? How do you put a cowboy hat on a pigeon and get it to stay there? Obviously, it's something about, you wrap it around their neck or something, like a party hat thing.
Yeah, it would have to be like, or either that or they're super gluing them on, which.
How do you get it to stay? Interesting.
I don't know. I didn't really see anything about like how. I don't think they've found the people who've done it, so I don't know if they know. It's not like you can. How do they even catch these things to put them on?
Do you? Okay, if you're
or are they pets,
hey, if you're the sheriff, you're the police chief in Las Vegas, are you locking that dude up and put all those cowboy hats on all those pigeons? Is that illegal?
It has to be. You'd think. Well, I mean, if they're just putting them on there with a string or whatever, but I can't imagine a cowboy hat staying on a pigeon by a string. Can you?
No. I think the pigeon would get the stinking hat off.
Absolutely. So I'm thinking that they're probably like super gluing them on.
Okay, lock them up.
Yeah.
Shawshank.
Yeah. Well,
what are you in for? Well, yeah, you hear about the NFR deal where we're putting those cowboy hats on the pigeons. Yeah, that was me. And who comes up with that? Hey, I got one. Hey, I got an idea, guys. Hey, where do you get small cowboy hats? They made them? What do they look like? They styrofoam? Are they paper made? And they have to be light. I'm guessing they're out of paper or something. Dodsy, I don't know. We don't need to expand.
Hey, so let me tell you about this. The New York Times interviewed a doctor, Dr. Watson, I believe.
That's ironic.
Or no,
okay.
Dr. Walcott.
Keep
my
digging.
bad, but Dr.
Okay.
Watson. And he said that he this is a quote. I think the thing I would emphasize is I can't see that it's causing any great harm to the pigeons. The hats are certainly light enough. They look like happy pigeons to me. It's hard to know, of course, because they don't talk.
I'm guessing that is this article on The Onion?
No, this is on New York Times, bro.
This is in the New York Times.
New York Times. Yeah, this is not on The Onion.
Okay, so this is happening.
Yeah.
This happened.
This isn't Wikipedia. This is
yeah.
New York
so
Times.
this is a thing.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah.
Love it. Segment brought to you today by Daniel's Knott Funeral, Cremation, and Life Celebration Center. Lowell and Carol, we love you. And when you are, in fact, unfortunately, in the situation where you do lose a loved one and you are saddled or responsible for the arrangements, it's a difficult phone call to make. A lot of us have been there. Make it less difficult. Call Lowell and Carol at Daniel's Knott Funeral, Cremation, and Life Celebration Center. Another reminder, Friday, that's the big kickoff. That's the big party. Hopefully you guys can free us up an hour or two and you can come down here to our Brent Clapp Media Services studio, 1912 4th Street, right where Marketplace Fresh Foods is, and you can have some hors d'oeuvres and some beverages with us. That's what we're doing, a big grand opening party on Friday. So hopefully we see you down there. In the meantime, continue to spread the gospel of this show. We'd much appreciate that. All forms where we are, YouTube, Facebook, Eastern Oregon Alive's Facebook, EasternOregonAlive.com, all over the place. And you can watch this show whenever, wherever. So spread the word on that. And until then, I guess we will turn this stuff on again tomorrow at 3 o'clock and see you then, right, Dodsey? Yes, sir. All right, Johnny Ballgame Show. That's all I got.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care. I ever get back, so let's root for the home team. They don't win, it's a shame. 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
The Johnny Ballgame Show.